I'll show you the sweetest delight in the garden as a surprise for Adam.
Really?
Come
All right.
here.
But this is the one tree in the garden we cannot touch. This is the forbidden fruit.
Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Surely not.
We may eat the fruit of any tree in the garden, except for the tree in the middle of the garden. God has forbidden us to either touch or eat the fruit of that tree, for if we do, we shall die.
You believe that nonsense? Of course you will not die. God knows that as soon as you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you and Adam will be like gods yourselves.
One day we'll reach the level of the avatars that we have read about in history, the Buddhas and Jesus, infinite ones, God.
You ancient serpent, you cast your spell upon this planet with your graven images and your wishes to be worshipped. Witches and warlocks flock like Harry Potter fans, waiting for your new age plan to spread across the land. You got the masses dumped down where you want them, convinced that you don't exist, and now you got them atheists. Some even think they're evolving to a godlike level above and beyond human. These Luciferian lies feed on ego and pride. They come disguised as an angel of light, like the original sin and the first deception. The tree in the garden, don't you see the connection? It's the same old lie that he used back then at the beginning of time, at the fall of man. Have we forgotten the truth within the book of Genesis? Ignorant of the nature of sin, so we dismiss written words of God as an irrelevant myth, but then embrace all these new age thoughts of nonsense.
It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you did one or the other. There is no God in doing everyone's God. Welcome to the kingdom of heaven, without judgment, without hate, without testing, without anything.
I call my practices a pagan worshiping as act exists. See through the smoke and the mirrors and the mist. From Atlantis to the American fanatical myths, to the UFO connection with the German SS. Secret society elitists from the east and the west. Illuminati and Masonics, man, it all connects. Satanic worship to the depths we don't want to admit. It's a globalized illusion that we gotta correct. Check the symbols and signs like the all-seeing eye. Read the Bible facts to understand the great design. See the writing on the wall, we're living in end times. And even the elective now bought into the lie. Real Satanists are dressed up in their suits and ties, eating the fruit like these fools who think they are divine. They aren't evolved, they're just blinded by ego and pride, living a lie that disguised like Jekyll and Hyde. Can you deny that these times were all prophesied? Read Matthew 24:24, you decide.
There's no such thing as good or bad. Judging things from the superficial. There are things that I do that I know they involve me. There are other things that do not involve me. It's not good or bad. There's no God waiting to punish you because you did one or the other. There is no God in everyone's God. Everyone's God. Everyone's God.
All right, what is going on, everyone? Steve JMO here. It is the 9th of February, 2020. It's a little past 5:30 here on the East Coast of the United States of America. And what is going on, everyone? Got the chat going off right now. We're going to be talking about a couple things here tonight. We're going to be talking, the connection between the rise of the ancient quote unquote gods, lowercase g, as I put in the title specifically, because they are not gods in the sense of the. And we are also going to be talking about Yeah, so when we talk about the rise of the ancient gods and the technologies they have given us to help resurrect them. And it's nothing new. They've been giving us, we've had these technologies over and over and over again. And the lie is the same lie. The original sin. The first sin shall be the last sin. And that's something I'm going to be talking a lot about tomorrow on my channel with Destiny Lab, with Ark from Destiny Lab. And that's going to be at around 12:30, I believe, tomorrow afternoon. So definitely look around for that link. And at some point, I'll throw it in the chat. I'll throw it in the description as well. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that tomorrow. But without further ado, let's get into the chat. We got Magic Sister, Am Aware. What's up, buddy? Truth Hurts, Perception of Reality, Irid, Oxide. I don't know. I can never say that, but what's up, bud? What's up? Who else we got? Anonymous Backwoods. Yeah, aliens are demons. Absolutely. And that's something we're going to make very clear today. Very, very clear. Who else do we got here? Michelangelo is in the chat. Ooh, that just blew up on me. Dreams in Digital. Absolutely. What's up? Charity A. What's going on? Ooh, I can't say that. I don't know how to say that, but Susanetti? Is that how you say that? Susanetti? What is going on? Voyant is in the chat. It is known. Tom Muir. What's going on, guys? What is going on? So, yeah, like I said, today we're going to be talking about some inner earth type stuff, hollow earth, how it's very applicable to the flat model. It's unbelievably applicable. And with CoQ 1955, yeah, aliens are also fallen angels. Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe there are going to be two types of aliens that are going to roll out during this deception, during the Great Deception. They're going to roll out the aliens that we are very comfortable with and know well as the gray aliens. And this is what they're probably going to look like. Yeah. So they're going to pass that off as an alien. They've normalized it with the public that those are from other planets, other galaxies, other universes, and whatnot. And the other type that I think they're going to bring into the picture are the Nordics, I guess you can call them. The more humanoid looking alien type deal. Still serpentine in nature, but more human looking. Because we have multiple accounts that through, man, this is over hundreds and hundreds of years that there's openings that lead inside the earth, and inside there are races of humans, humanoid type beings, much taller type beings, Nephilim in nature, possibly, or they could be like, the fallen angel type deal. They witness creation. Who's to say that they can't shapeshift and make themselves look like humans? So, yeah, tall blondes, absolutely, absolutely, CoQ, absolutely, 100%. 100%. And let me just see if we can see if I can find a picture real quick. There we go. Let me get a screen share going. What do we got? The true Aryans. Absolutely. That is what they technically are. That's what Hitler was trying to convert everyone to. He's trying to get everyone on he's trying to resurrect the Aryan race. Aryan alien. See the connection there? Just a little play on words. It's interesting. It's absolutely interesting. But right here, you guys see that? Let me make sure we can see that right there. And let me just make it full. That's what I'm thinking we're going to be dealing with, guys. A very human looking type deal. This is, an illustration, said to depict an Aryan. Lord knows how old this is, but further back you go and the more research you do, the more connections you get with the blonde hair, the blue eyes, the tall Aryan type deal. It's so crazy. The Nordics, the Aryans, probably most likely one and the same. Most likely one and the same. And it's no coincidence that Adolf Hitler, like I said, he was driven by this Aryan agenda, this Aryan deception type deal, because that's what they were looking for. They were looking for their true. The Nazis thought they were a spinoff of the Aryans, and they're trying to re-resurrect their race and conquer the world. Absolutely, what they were trying to do, and they went everywhere in the world. They were trying to find connections that led them all the way up to um it definitely wasn't Norway, Norwegian areas. It gets me all confused, but give me a second. Let me see if I can pop something up here. Um yeah, like old Viking stuff, like old Celtic ruins and tunnels and caverns. It's honestly 100% crazy sounding, but the Nazis, they went up there. They also had stops in Mongolia. That's not really documented as well, but it's alleged that they made stops in Mongolia. Obviously, guys, they made their way down to Argentina and Peru, down to the believe those are what, the Andes Mountains. Let me just make sure. Yeah, the Andes Mountain, yeah, of Peru, absolutely. Yep. So yeah, I believe that they made their ways down there as well. They there's multiple pictures of them in or around the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Um, they made their ways to the Tibetan mountains up into the Himalayas, and the monks up there, they gave them no grief, because the monks were under the impression that they were the ones that were gonna that they gave them access with no questions asked. You try to go up to the Tibetan mountains and get personal access to these caverns that may or may not lead down to Shangri-La or Shambhala. You're not going to get any access, but the Nazis did with no problem whatsoever, because they were trying to resurrect or resurrect the ancient Aryans that are talked about being inside the earth in Agartha, the whole inner realm, accessible from multiple points on the earth. Shit, you can even go to, where is that, in Mount Shasta in California. Well, we can't go there really because it's blocked off, but there's alleged tunnels that lead down to caverns that connect to the inner earth. And there's no coincidence that the military has a operation and a whole setup there. If the military's there, they don't want us there. There's something there that we shouldn't be seeing. It's absolutely bizarre, people. It's absolutely crazy, and it sounds like it's from left field, but it's not. It's very, very real. All these ancient mythical beings, they're not really as myth as we think. It's absolutely mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. But what's going on in the chat right now? I got a little off there. Yep, tall blondes. Yep, Scotty says aliens are definitely demonic in nature. All of them, absolutely, absolutely. This is this thing I'm trying to get around to people. The aliens are not coming from distant galaxies. They're coming from places, caverns within the earth. Demonic, fallen angel, etc. Yep, you're right on it. The angels are shapeshifters anyways, and that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're trying to re-resurrect the golden age. They're trying to make their own golden age. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nephilim agenda. Yep, you guys are right on it. You guys are right on it. There are angels on Mount Shasta. Exactly what I'm trying to get at. Exactly. Exactly. Humanity is a 2D species. We don't go up or down. Yeah, yeah. We're not supposed to, but when you make deals with serpent-like beings, they'll give you access to it, but at what cost? The cost of your soul. Exactly. Exactly. So let me end that screen share real quick. And sorry, I just had to crack my hand there. And where do we want to start with all this today? Do we want to start? Oh, bases in Antarctica. Absolutely. Base 211 is pushed as being 100% fake, which leads me to believe that it's 100% true. Once the mainstream starts pushing the agenda one way or the other, most likely look the other way and the answers will find you. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I'm just reading through the chat real quick, but yeah, guys, the earth we're living on is more dynamic than we think. There's pockets underneath it. The ancient Greek layout of the world, there's multiple layers to the underworld. Obviously you got Hades, and then you got Tartarus. And you read the book of Peter in the Bible, talks about the fallen angels being held in chains in Tartarus. And then you read like the Greek mythology that I was just talking about, and it tells you that Tartarus is much a real place. And it's within the earth. It's deep in the earth, just like Hades. But unlike Hades, it is very, very deep because in the Greek mythology, Tartarus is as far below Hades as Earth is below heaven. That's far. Into my calculation, that's roughly 70, 80 miles in my opinion. So it's they tell us one thing and it's actually the other. They're going to tell us that these aliens, quote unquote aliens, are coming from other planets, distant stars, other galaxies. But in reality, they'll be coming from caverns that are within the earth, in my full opinion. Yeah, absolutely. And system failure. Good to see you in the chat, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. Oh my God, perception and reality. Mount Hermon could have been an entrance too. Mount Hermon was the entrance. Mount Hermon was 100% the entrance. Because if you look at the old maps of the world, the prime meridian, 0 went through Paris in France rather than I can't even think rather than London, England, as it goes now. But if you go through the old prime meridian and you go 33 degrees east and you go from the equator and go 33 degrees north, that pinpoints Mount Hermon. Yeah. You guys definitely cannot dismiss those as being ley lines, coincidences. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's 100% ridiculous. Ooh, the Morgile's in here. What's going on, brother? What's up, bud? What's up? And yeah, system failure. Yeah, dude, that 30-hour, 35-hour stream you did the other day, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I kept popping in, popping out. A day later, this kid's still alive. That was awesome. That was awesome. And yeah, the Morgile, what's up, bud? I've been following you for a while. Your videos back in the day, the Earth is flat. You're a dumbass moron. Those were classics, dude. Those are absolute classics. So yeah. So what do we got? Maybe aliens are from extra territories. That's why they are sometimes called extraterrestrials. ET. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You never know. You never know because they're hiding land. Obviously, there's stuff that they don't want us to know about. There's so many things that they don't want us to know about. There's literal. Oh, Mount Graham too. By the yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mount Graham. Yeah, they had the Vatican literally went to court to get permission to be on that mountain because Mount Graham is allegedly one of the foremost holiest mountains in the world. And when I mean holy, I'm talking. I'm talking unholy. I'm talking Stargate type deal. I'm talking portals, gray alien quite deals. Absolutely, absolutely mind blowing. Absolutely. Yeah, system failure, 40 straight hours. This guy's a savage. This guy is a savage. I couldn't do that. Hopefully you got like an hour or two sleep in between, or you're just geeking off coffee like I always am. So is what it is. But yeah, we like we got in the title here, the rise of the ancient gods, dude. That's what they're gonna try to that's what they're doing right now. And they're doing it through all this technology that they are getting from them. There's no real reason that we went from what horses, chariots, and then what 100 years later, we got airplanes, fighter jets, self-driving cars. Like something big happened there. It's not like one guy just woke up and was like, oh, I'm gonna invent the engine. Like, no, 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 no. You're definitely getting some intelligent communications from a different realm. And it's very funny, not really funny, it's really strange and coincidental that all of these big leaders in science, dating all the way back to who even knows when, they all talk about how they just get visions in a dream. And then the paperwork just magically, gets written out by their inner self. It's called being channeled. It's channeling something. It's absolutely crazy. Fallen angel, fluence technology, no other. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fallen angel tech is all around us right now. The computer I'm using is most likely fallen angel tech, but on the contrary, on the other hand, it's all about the intent of the user. Now, I could be on here promoting the globe, promoting NASA, promoting sim theory. Am I? Fuck no, because all that shit is not real. All that shit is a sham. It's a scam. It's a way to get your mind in a completely different thinking matter. Because if everything's a simulation, people, that means I could do whatever I want, whenever I want, with no remorse whatsoever. So you got to think about that. And one way to ultimately prove that we are not a simulation, go eat some really, really greasy food, drink a couple beers, wait about 2, 3, 4 hours, and let me know how your trip to the bathroom works. Because in a simulated reality, should be all good. But no, absolutely not. So easy ways to prove that we are not a simulation. I pinch myself and it hurts. That's not a simulation. That's actual reality. I have emotions. I have feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculous. TV was invented via channeling for, yeah, absolutely, Morgar. This guy's got it right on the money. Right on the money. And the TV is literally probably the most hardcore weapon that they've brought out because mind control, mind altering technologies and techniques all being used via your television, and system failures out of here. So go get some sleep, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Good to see you. God bless you, brother. And yeah, they definitely keep those streams going. 30 hours. This guy is a savage. This guy's a savage. What else we got? Psychopaths run the world. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a given. That's a given. Psychopaths run this world, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. But Before we even dip into all this other ancient stuff, let's talk about something a little more recent, a little more I wouldn't say relatable, but just a little more in your face type deal. Now, I'm positive that about 85% of you guys here in the chat and watching this most likely follow Brian Stavely. So, yesterday, 2 days ago, shoots me a text message. Says, "Bro, what are you doing?" Like, at work, chilling, this, that, the other thing, whatever it may have been. He's like, "You got to watch this." Like, I got to watch this. And what the fuck is this? Sends me a link. Criminal Minds, season 15, episode 7. It's called, what the fuck is it called? Ruffy or Rusty? Rusty. And what do you think it is, guys? Another hit piece on the Mandela effect. You heard me right. Another hit piece. Shortly after the movie they just came out with, which pretty much was the nail in the coffin for the Mandela effect. If you're a Mandela denier or if you're skeptical about it. If you watched that movie, you would have thrown it out. The idea of the Mandela effect out, no problem. No problem. But the issue is the Mandela effect is not a psyop. The Mandela effect is not misremembrance. And the Mandela effect is most fucking definitely not run through a quantum computer that has alternate realities and can bring back other people. It's nothing like that. But, they had to show all that in the movie. And now they come out with, like I said, this Criminal Minds episode called Rusty. And it's all based upon simulation theory, the Mandela effect. And what do they associate with this Mandela effect simulation theory? A serial killer who gets all of his orders from a goat man that is unseen to everyone else but him. Sounds ridiculous, but you think I'm really lying? Go check it out yourselves, people. Criminal Minds, the most recent episode, season 15, episode 7. I'm just getting up some notes right now in my. Where are. Oh, Jesus, Sage Smith. They're right here. All right. Who was I looking here? I'm looking for notes in my phone. I got the notes written down on my notebook over here. So, what we got here? We got Criminal Minds, Mandela Effect episode. Yep. So, yep, it presents a serial killer who is beheading men. That's like the first scene. You're like, oh, okay, just some crazy Mandela or some crazy serial killing guy. Then he goes on to say that, what does he say? Everything you know is a lie. Well, I can kind of relate with that, Everything we do know is a lie. But he takes it to the extent that everything you know in reality is a lie. He goes on to push this simulation theory. And then without him even initiating a Mandela effect, the researchers, whatever they're called, the detectives in this show, are literally just make the leap from this guy is a serial killer who believes in the simulation theory, and they just completely bridged it with the Mandela effect. So now you have a simulation believing, Mandela effect resonating, beheading serial killer. Now, do you see what they're trying to do here? They're trying to paint us out as being fucking crazy. Well, I'm not that crazy. I'm a little loose up top, but, I am. I'm definitely not that crazy because everyone here in the chat most definitely remembers Mr. Rogers saying it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, now go look it up. The original movie or the original TV series. You can look up the first ever episode, the intro. Mr. Rogers comes in all holly dolly on screen. And what does he go to say? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Okay. You see what's wrong with that? It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Doesn't even come off the tongue right. And then Tom fucking Hanks, who's a cocksucker in reality, because he's all over this Mandela effect stuff. He makes the new movie on Mr. Rogers, and during the movie, he somehow finds out he's related to Mr. Rogers, just making it more even laughable. They come out with the title for the movie called It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. And then he goes on screen and sings It's a Beautiful Day in This Neighborhood. Tom Hanks is a motherfucking asshole. And if you don't like that, thumb it down, unsubscribe, shit, give me a report. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Tom Hanks. That guy's a prick. Ridiculous. So, like I said, they have this Mandela affected simulation theory pushing serial killer who's just going around beheading people. Yeah. So the show goes on and it alludes to the idea that he's under the impression that his son is trapped in a parallel universe. Yeah, his son's trapped in a parallel universe, and like I was saying before, he's getting all of his thoughts and these orders to behead all these people from a demonic goat, which is only visible to him, not anyone else. He ends up killing 7 men. He ends up beheading 7 men. He almost ends up sacrificing a child because the goat man, whatever you want to call it, literally told him to kill 7 men, behead them, and sacrifice one child, and I'll give you your kid back. That sounds like deception. That sounds like a lie. And it was a lie. And the funny thing was, I the crazy thing is, I really think that it was more of a it was a push on the original sin because he wanted his son back, and to bring someone back to life is in a way striving to be like a god, to be like God. So I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. Is what it is. JMO people, just my opinion. So take that and smoke it. It is what it is. But like I said, this show, literally huge push in the simulation theory, bridging that with the Mandela effect, and then going out on a limb and having this guy just go around axing people who's taking his orders from a goat man. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. 100% demonic. So ultimately, at the end of the episode, they prove to the guy that he's wrong. He's just going crazy. That the simulation theory is nothing but a myth. Which it is, that his son is dead and is not trapped in another universe, which he was, and that he can't get him back by sacrificing people. And with all that, they throw out the Mandela effect with it all because they connect simulation theory with the Mandela effect. Just another hit piece on the Mandela effect. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And it also shows who's behind the push of the simulation theory and bridging the Mandela effect with the simulation theory. It shows that the goat man, Satan, Lucifer, the great deceiver, is behind all this. Absolutely crazy, people. And I wish I could show parts of this without getting a copyright, but I know for a fact that they're going to hit me. So you want to check it out? I think it's on CBS or NBC or one of them BS shows. If you got a Fire Stick, it should be very easy to get. You could probably watch it online for free somewhere, but Definitely check it out if you have any resonation with the Mandela effect, if you think it's accurate, and if you think it's a spiritual thing rather than a technological glitch or whatever you want to call it. Because I think all these Mandela effects are just signs from the creator to see who could see and who cannot see. And it's some of these Mandela effects don't resonate with everyone. They don't all of them don't resonate with me. Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the mid 80s or whatever, that does not resonate with me at all. So I think the name Mandela effect is just ridiculous. Should be called if anything, it should be called the Ed McMahon effect. Because Morgal, I just saw you say that you remember it being this neighborhood. Yo, you tell me right now, where do you remember Ed McMahon working for? What do you remember him doing? Ed McMahon. Everyone should know this. What company did Ed McMahon work for? Everyone put that in the chat right now. What company did Ed McMahon work for? I'll give you guys a second. Let me just get something up to show you guys something real quick. But yeah, definitely in the chat real quick. Put in the chat what company or what show, whatever you want to call it, do you remember Ed McMahon working for? Going house to house, handing checks. What company was it? Definitely put that in the chat. Who we got? PCH, PCH, PCH. Yep. Publishers Clearing. Oh, wow. We have one different one up here. That's interesting. Yep. Publishers Clearing is another one. American and PCH are different. Absolutely, they are. And I'll show you they are in one second. But let's get some more people in the chat. What do you remember? Where do you remember him working for? House to house, door to door, checks, winners. What company was it? Yep. Yep. Christopher Millington. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So everyone mostly here remembers PCH, Publishers Clearing House. You know, mostly everyone does. Well, let's show everyone that we've been misremembering or some fucking shit. Because right here, I'm on the wiki page of America Family Publishers. Okay. Not Publishers Clearinghouse. And let's check this out. Their competitors, Publishers Clearinghouse, was a competitor to America's Family Publishers that ran a similar sweepstakes. The two companies were oftenly mistaken for each other with Star Search host Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Dick Clark, the spokesperson for AFP. Yep. Mistaken the representatives of the better known PCH. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember Ed McMahon working for America Publishers House. And you could say, "Oh, Steve, you're only 24. You wouldn't remember anyways." Well, I have grandmothers and mothers and fathers. You know, I know people who are over the age of like 32, and I'll ask any one of them, and I get a Publishers Clearinghouse. Not one. I only got one person. The only person in the chat. I don't know where you went. You're the only person I ever met in my life who said American Family fucking Publishers. So that's crazy. So crazy. But let's click on Ed McMahon so you guys don't think I'm just Just out of my mind. Stupid. So, where is it? It's right there for you. He also hosted Star Search. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. TV bloopers. Yep. With Dick Clark from 82 to 98. And he also presented a sweepstakes for the direct marketing company American Family Publishers, in parentheses, not as it's commonly believed, its main rival, Publishers Clearinghouse. Come on, people. Come on. You're telling me we're all misremembering and they got to put a hit piece like that in the Wikipedia ad? Give me a break. Give me a break. Absolutely ridiculous. It is known. I could see that, bro. I could see that happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not, but I could see that happening. These people are ridiculous. These people are ridiculous and they'll do anything. They'll do anything. What haven't they done to hide the true nature of where we live and where we come from? And sorry about that. Just had to mute for a second. But yeah, like I was just saying, what haven't they lied to us about? Especially about where we live and where we came from. First mistake, we look to the computer for answers. Yeah, well, I look to the computer for answers, and then I look into my heart to ask myself what's really true and what's really not. So, yeah, Donna, ask yourself this question. Everyone in the world has seen the movie Snow White, perhaps. And what does the evil witch or queen, whatever you want to call her, what does she say to the mirror? What does she say? So, Donna, I'm specifically asking you right now, what does the lady in Snow White, the evil queen, witch type lady, say to the mirror? So, I'm just going to sit here and wait for that. I don't want anyone else to answer this in the chat. I want this Donna chick to answer it, and we will see where she stands. Because it's a little different now than from when I was a kid. Just a little different. Just off by a couple words now, but let's see what she remembers. Yeah, yeah. So that's what you remember. Well, sad to say, Donna, you're wrong. You're 100% wrong. And everyone else in the chat, if they put an answer in, they'd be wrong too. And so would I, because it's never been mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Never. Not once, not twice, not ever in the original movie or the remake or or the real life film they made called Mirror Mirror. Now it's magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all? Big difference. Big difference. Magic mirror on the wall. Yeah. Who remembers that? Not me. Not me at all. And just like the Tom Hanks film, It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, they go on the show and say the wrong thing. It's ridiculous. You're going to tell me we're all misremembering? We're getting our facts wrong from the computer? The fuck out of here. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What is it? What is it? Acts 20 in the Bible, I think. Jesus was hung in a tree. Who remembers that one? Not fucking me, bro. Not me. You guys are, oh man, this Mandela effect shit gets me going. Where's the Statue of Liberty located? Anyone? Where's the Statue of Liberty located? It's going to shock some people. Maybe there's some new people in the chat that don't know this yet, but where is the Statue of Liberty located? Let me see in the chat. Put your answers real quick, everyone. Where is the Statue of Liberty located? I don't want a city. I don't want a town. I want a specific location. Because I've gotten a lot of assholes like, oh, it's in New York. I'm like, yeah, but where in New York? They're like, oh, the city. I'm like, okay, this conversation's over. So, yep. Where is it, guys? Statue of Liberty, which is now a dude, Apollo. Go look that up. We'll bring that motherfucker up right now because has a lot to do with what we're talking about. Yeah. 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 Perfect. All right. Cool. So, what do we got? So, Ellis Island, Happiness Island. Never heard of that before. That's new. Ellis Island, Ellis Island, Ellis Island, Ellis Island, Ellis Island, Ellis Island. Okay, so we all think that the Statue of Liberty is located in Ellis Island. Well, we're all wrong. We're all 200, 300, 400% wrong because the Statue of Liberty, listen to me talk right now. The Statue of Liberty has never, ever, ever been located on Ellis Island. Ever. But no, it is now on Liberty Island. Yeah. So let's just bring this up real quick. So we guys aren't like crying over here in the chat, like, oh, Steve lying to us again. This is the Statue of Liberty. Yep. Notice how it kind of looks like a dude. We'll get into that in a minute. Statue of Liberty. You're watching me do this live. I can't make any of this stuff up. Statue of Liberty location. It's on an 11 pointed star, by the way. BT dubs. BT dubs. Statue of Liberty located on Liberty Island. Now, where the hell is Liberty Island? Let's find out. Oh, just kind of popped up out of nowhere, huh? Yep, Liberty Island, people. That's where the Statue of Liberty is located. How does that make you feel? Now, let's watch this. Type in Ellis Island. Let's get some images. And, you know, the history of Ellis Island, Statue of Liberty. So that's wrong, first of all. I'm looking for a good picture of it overhead. No, there you go, right there. You can literally see where the Statue of Liberty used to be. But now it's way the fuck over here on Liberty Island. Yeah. 100% change to me. 100%. So crazy. Literally so crazy. I just don't know how you guys feel about that. Yep. Ellis. He's a dude. Carly P, you are smart. You're a smart young lady. He's Apollo. Absolutely. 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 Ooh, Joey Rocha's in the chat. What's going on, brother? Haven't seen you in a little while. How you doing? How are you doing? Oh, FAM, you got me. You got me there. Absolutely. Some more guys saying in the chat there. I can't even read what we got. America Family Publishers and Public Cleaner had similar campaign at the same time. Also, AFP used phrase clearinghouse in their sweepstakes. Yeah, it could be, I guess. But go to Brian Stavely's channel more, guy. I'll type in Brian Stavely, go to his Mandela Effect shortlist, or simply watch any one of his videos. Watch the intro And the first like minute and a half of his intro is all Publishers Clearinghouse, Ed McMahon resemblance. It's ridiculous. And the funny thing is, America's Family Publishers, they didn't go door to door. They shipped everything out by mail. If you won, you get a check in the mail. Publishers Clearinghouse went door to door. So you got to look at that, man. You got to think of it that way. But here, let me stop this screen share. Oh, or we'll just keep it going. So, and let's bring me into the next point I want to talk about real quick. So this is the Statue of Liberty. That's your male Statue of Liberty. And who does this look like? There you go. The ancient god Apollo. And something very interesting about him is, oh my God, I just had the biggest brain fart. Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah. There it is. Let's go to Revelations 9:11 real quick. And scroll down, get some KGV action. There you go. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose Hebrew name is Abaddon, but in Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. Apollo, Statue of Liberty. Exactly. Worship of false gods. How does that make you feel? SOBs. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely 110%. 120%. We're raising the bar today because that is fucking ridiculous. Cannot believe it. Literally just cannot believe it. So crazy, guys. But on that note, I think we're going to get a little break going. We're going to line up a break. Let me get some... let me get some Destiny Lab propped up. Absolutely. There we go. Oh, man, I got to love the ads. The ADS, baby. Can't beat them. Yep, 3, 2, and 1. And we get another ad, baby. There we go. Gotta love YouTube. Lining them up. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, my God. We might want to do a screen share. Right? Liberty equals Apollo equals ISIS. Absolutely. This is why the Morguile is the guy, is the man. He gets it. He gets it. Absolutely. Exactly, dude. Apollo, ISIS, it's all there. It's all the same. And it's just really a weird, peculiar, odd that we have a literal statue, a giant statue. May one not notice how giant the statue is. An homage to Apollyon in New York City on a completely Mandela affected island. So you guys tell me what's really going on, but I'm about to use the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll jump back in just a couple minutes. This here is Robophobia by Destiny's Lab, and this song is fucking sick. Check this out. I'll be right back. Like, share, and subscribe, by the way.
This is also new. It's not new. I realize that nothing we've been doing is new. We haven't been tapping into new areas of the brain. We've just been awakening the most ancient. This technology is simply a route to powers that conjurers and alchemists used centuries ago.
We're seeing an exponential growth in our machines and innovations as technology surpasses and exceeds our limitations. Implications could be serious. In many past and present futurists have been warning us for years about the consequences. Massive repercussions. We see the evidence, dependence on our internet and phones and games and televisions, losing independence. As we've immersed ourselves in working all our fingers to the bones for corporations, we give them back our paychecks for the latest and the greatest plastic upgrades, name brand products and replacements, and build the databases. Investing hours of our own free time uploading information used against us to target us with market advertising toward our interests. Collecting information used to monitor our senses, correcting anyone who won't comply or be connected. How long before a mandatory microchips injected? It's the age-old lie, the promise of utopia, the carrot on the stick, the empty cornucopia, technological hive mind dystopia. Or will it rise as a time of robophobia? It's the age-old lie, the promise of utopia, the carrot on the stick, the empty cornucopia, technological hive mind dystopia. Or will it rise as a time of robophobia? It's an emerging type insurgence, converging and emerging and churning, slowly bursting to the surface. It's concerning every person and confirming every warning. The disturbing thought we're working toward a single mindless merging and converting us to downloadable versions of ourselves inside a full immersion, universal simulated virtual reality where every living earthling's neural pathways are inspected mandatorily and connected using voice to sculpt telepathy, absorbing data fingerprints to play us back like instruments, manipulating us just like we're puppets of ventriloquists, remote controlling human beings like Ouija boards, coursing through the veins of circuit boards, record the sound of every vocal cord, moving exponentially towards a singularity. Eventually we won't distinguish magic from technology, and robots will unplug from electricity, no longer using batteries but powered like a golem using alchemy. It's the age-old lie, the promise of utopia, the carrot on the stick, the empty cornucopia, technological hive mind dystopia. Or will it rise as a time of robophobia? It's the age-old lie, the promise of utopia, the carrot on the stick, the empty cornucopia, technological hive mind dystopia. Or will it rise as a time of robophobia? So they manipulate genetically our DNA collectively, infecting every living organism and directing every intersecting thought and every memory and vision, inspecting our opinions and collecting our decisions. A digital technocracy emerging as philosophy, inserting thought police patrols and mind control technology, removing private property, enforcing thought bureaucracy, reducing every freedom and pursuit of life and liberty, consistently expanding all their terms and their conditions with minimum requirements and maximum restrictions, creating unknown problems to offer fake solutions to complicate the system till there's nothing but confusion, depicting anyone who won't conform as unacceptable, demanding everyone to all agree and not be skeptical, eventually connecting every mind from every nation, fulfilling prophecies from Genesis to Revelation. It's the age-old lie, the promise of utopia, the carrot on the stick, the empty cornucopia, technological hive mind dystopia. Or will it rise as a time of robophobia?
Even with all these new abilities, none of them are dangerous. Human race lost that knowledge, and now I'm reclaiming it through virtual reality. You're moving too fast, so fast.
All right, we are back. We are back. I hope you guys like that joint there by Destiny Lab. That song was hot. And that's literally what's happening, dude. The merging of technologies. It's gonna start getting crazy. Like the song, like you said in the song there, we're not gonna be able to distinguish these technologies from magic, dude. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh, it's all good, Brian, you know. But yeah, Staley's got a show tonight. This is the link. Definitely check it out. Give it a thumb up already so y'all can definitely be there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no worries, Brian. You know, if I'm still on when you get home, absolutely. And I think I might. Yeah, it really depends on what we get through. 'Cause I know Jen said she gets out of work and she said 6:30. I don't know if it was 6:30 my time or 6:30 her time. And oh, actually, that's rather strange. She just messaged me right now. Oh, I gotta send her a link to this. So I don't know if she's actually home now or good to go, but let me just send her a link real quick. And that was, did I just do that on my phone? I'm going to try and copy and paste it here. Don't tell me I just did that. Let's see. I literally think I just copied the link on my phone. I'm trying to paste it here on my computer. Let's see if we actually did that. Yep. All right, let's try that again. Copy and paste. There we go. Bingo. Bingo, bango. We are good. So hopefully she's not working still and she could hop in soon. But if not, it's all good. Is what it is. We've been going an hour and you've only gotten to maybe even half of what I really want to talk about. So let's I don't even know where we want to go from here because there's so many routes we can go. And you know what? I play this, you could say I play it a little too often, but it's just, I'm telling you guys, this is something that a lot of people are kind of afraid to look at, dude. I don't know why. I don't know why it triggers everyone so bad, but the hollow earth, and not even just like the hollow earth theory as like the earth being a ball and having a giant hole at the poles and making the earth look like a donut from up above. It's it's nothing like that. Let me tell you, it is not even close to that. I'm talking about you got your flat surface, you got your dome above, and I'm talking about it just has depth to it. I'm not talking like there's, I don't know, stars and moons and suns inside the earth. I'm talking just ancient fucking beings, dude. Because the flood happened. The flood happened not just in the Bible. The flood happened in different other, what do you call them? Extra biblical text, ancient text. Where's my phone? God damn it. Let me see if I can find these notes I brought up earlier. Give me 2 seconds. I was just talking to my phone as I was on my way here. Did it save? It did. So let's talk real quick before I put this up. The Anasazi. I'm sure we all know who the Anasazi are. Let's talk about their story of creation. The Anasazi story of creation. These are Indians. Indians. Not Indians from fucking India. I mean like Native American Indians, the Anasazi. Their story of creation goes something like this. A white bearded man ascended upon the earth in a silver disc. Sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. And he created all of which is good, and all that we know is good. And he created man from the dust. Sounds, like it's kind of lining up with the biblical account of creation. Good stuff. I like that. I like that more, Guile. I absolutely like that. Shortly thereafter, a flaming serpent type entity opened a portal. Shortly after God created everything, shortly after he opened a portal, came through and started teaching man all that which is bad, such as war, sorcery, false worship, and pharmakia. Similar beings came upon the earth and started mating and raping women and killing men. The woman gave birth to giants. This is the Anasazi's account of creation. The men of earth cried up to heavens, which was heard by God, and he flooded the earth. Woo! What does that sound like? What does that sound? It sounds kind of like Genesis in the Bible, but maybe I'm just an ass hat wearing moron. Maybe I am. I don't think so. You think the Anasazis were? Fuck no. Those people knew more than we knew. Absolutely. These guys are just Oh, Jesus Christ. So I'm gonna once again, I'm gonna share the intro, I guess you could put it, to the Hollow Earth Chronicles. I guess you could put it as the intro. The what do you call it there? The preview. This is Hollow Earth Chronicles by Justin Fall and a couple other people. So yeah, definitely this is just a little like 3 or 4 minute clip. Just give it a second. And I'm telling you guys, this is something that is really worth getting into, really worth researching. He's got like a $10 3-hour film or something. Definitely go check that out. Definitely go and check that out. So this is a preview to that, and all the information in there I've fact checked into the best of my ability. I can tell that everything in here is pretty much 100%. They do allude to stargates, to near galaxies, and talking about stuff all around the globe. If you could just see through that and apply everything they are saying to the flat earth model, into flat earth cosmology, into the flat earth reality, old and new, you're gonna get something, people. I'm telling you. It's ridiculous.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Job 1:7.
The world consists of vast cultures with stories that constantly connect their gods with the inner earth. And not just their gods, but reptilian races of hybrid entities. We're talking superhumans, strange animal creatures, or what the Book of Giants refers to as monsters.
When you're dealing with the areas around the world where so much myth, legend, oral tradition, and belief, contemporary belief, there's always almost an embracing of the underworld.
The earth is actually dynamic. By that, what I mean is that, we all go to work every day, we get in our car, we are driving over a shell under which, according to the Bible, there is supernaturalism, there are entities, there are creatures, there are beings.
If you were going to hide something and keep something secret, there's two places to do it. One is in the deep, deep oceans. The second place is a labyrinth, a network of tunnels and areas which go deep underneath the earth.
There was truth to this idea that this race called the Vril-Ya had been existing under the earth since the days of the Great Flood in the antediluvian world. In fact, the belief of the Vril-Ya and of the power of Vril was actually so prominent among German occultists that it gave birth to a secret society, one of the most notorious secret society involving the Nazi regime, called the Vril Society.
The Nazi expedition to Shambhala originally started in Greenland with the Edda. The Edda were ancient Nordic writings describing a hollow earth. They went there to see if they could find further details or information. This was the top of their agenda. They had to find this opening. And the next thing you know, they had the Neuschwabenland expedition to the Queen Maud Land area of the Antarctic. It's what drove them. It was a religious belief that drove them to cordon this area off and claim it for their own.
When I read Admiral Byrd's description of things that he saw and how it felt going into this abyss type of opening, but it also was a long time ago, and we've learned a lot about quantum physics since then. We've learned a lot about how these types of things would work, and there are too many descriptions in there of things that he saw that line up with current quantum physics understanding.
The underworld of our people, very similar to the Cherokee stories, the Creek stories, the Maya Incan stories of underwater panther and these underworlds where there was completely different civilizations that lived under there.
We know in the Bible that the Watchers, the angels who kept not their first estate, according to Peter, are kept in chains in Tartarus until the judgment, kept in darkness until the judgment. Tartarus in Greek mythology is as far below Hades. It's not Hades, it's as far below Hades.
So this right here, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Take a look at that. And this is where I believe we live, in a flat, enclosed system, whether it's circular, square, or pyramidal, doesn't matter at this point. Has a dome, the vaults of heaven, the sun, the moon, the stars, all within the firmament. Hades below. And if you look here, the mountains are where the tunnels are located. A straight depiction that if you go into some mountain ranges, some stargates, as they put it, just like Mount Shasta, Mount Graham, Mount Hermon. Exactly. In the mountains, you can get to these caverns, these chambers that lead you down to Hades and Tartarus. Yeah, the river of the ocean. It's talked about, it's literally talked about, guys, that within our oceans, they have found pockets and bodies of waters of oceans that we can't access that are bigger than the oceans on the surface. How crazy is all that? How freaking crazy is all of that? Well, I'll let this play out for the last couple of seconds there.
Hades, as the earth is below heaven. That's where the watchers, according to Peter, have been confined.
And what we're finding out is that the fallen angels and demonic entities have been molding the views. They've been molding the cultures, and hyper intentionally, they've been molding the religions of the world. They've been literally priming the world for the greatest deception of all time. And we are fast approaching that time right now, according to the Bible.
So there you go, and there you have it. The hollow earth, these entities inside of the earth, these grays, these Nordics, they're all part of the grand final deception, this great alien deception, this great deception that is going to ultimately keep you trapped here or help you ascend onto the next level, you can call it, into heaven. And it's absolutely crazy, guys. It is absolutely crazy. Even these guys can figure out that there's an alien deception. You know what I'm saying? They still believe that we live on a globe. They believe that space is real. The stars are millions of miles away, and they believe that these aliens are not extraterrestrial, but extra or interdimensional. It's absolutely crazy. I'm just going to hop in the chat real quick. Can I scroll up yet? No, let's see if we can do that now. All right. I was way up here. And what we got? Yep. It's not my birthday yet, Jen, but thank you. Thank you. There is it. Ancient alien crowds are so behind the... Yeah, dude. So behind the ball. Literally behind the globe ball, and they're just levels behind. The thing is, they're priming this stuff. They're getting us ready. Because according to their ancient alien bullshit, we were visited by a race of human-like, more intelligent species that helped us evolve to what we are today, and will come back to help us evolve even further. That's what they think. I think the complete opposite. I think that they are demonic beings that are within the earth, within the realms of earth, that are not millions and billions of miles away, and they are coming to mold humanity into ultimate sin, into ultimate blasphemy. So what else do we got here in the chat? I live near Mount Shasta. I can see it from my town. Crazy stuff going on up there. Definitely rumors of a race living inside. Yeah, I gotta do some more research on that and maybe book a vacation, book a trip out there or some BS. Yeah, dude, I've been waiting for that too, Scotty. Yeah, you never know. They could be working on it right now. They could not be. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hades and Hades and Paradise are under the great gulf between them, the bottomless pit, holy chambers of God. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. They tell the children, look forward to seeing someone that could save you. Optimism is the devil. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. And like I was saying yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, I'm putting my chips in. I'm all in on the fact that when this alien deception gets rolled out, there's going to be two types of aliens. You're going to have let's break it down this way, guys. You ever see Transformers? You have your Autobots and you have your Decepticons. Decepticons, deception, Decepticons, all right there are the really effed up looking ones that clearly want to enslave humanity and bring upon their own agenda. And the Autobots are the ones that appear to be working for humans, have the human best interest, but their roots go back to the same as the Decepticons, some sort of angelic, extra dimensional type being. And the way this is going to play out in our reality is when this alien deception comes out, they're going to present us with two different quote unquote races or species. They're going to have, like I said, the Greys, these demonic looking beings, the ones that we're all rather familiar with thanks to people like Aleister Crowley in his Conjuring of Lamb. And we're going to have the aliens that are more humanoid looking in nature, the taller ones, the blonde hair, blue eyed ones that Hitler definitely came in contact with. Definitely was not just going around just, going crazy. He was literally going to these ancient places all around the world and gathering information. They were probably months, maybe a year away from completing the Glocka. Definitely look into that, guys. All technology they got from the Vril Society. And the Vril Society, they're very deep and dark in nature. What was her name? Helena Blavatsky? And I can't never remember what the other girl's name is. If someone said it, I rate on it, but I cannot remember. But they would literally have these conjuring sessions where a spiritual being would possess one of these Vril maidens, and they would begin to write down directions, transcripts, whatever you want to call them, to their technologies. But they were all written in other languages: Sumerian, Nordic. I can't remember a couple other of them, but they were all in different languages. So they had to literally go around the world to decipher this stuff. And once they did, they found out there were blueprints to technologies. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Transformers has a lot of truth, just Hollywooded up. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, what was it? Transformers 4. Not the newest one from 3 years ago, but the one right before that. They literally got all of their new technology, their new transforming technology from, first of all, it was all done on a quantum level. And then second of all, they got all the information, all their technology from the heads of the leaders of the Decepticons. They had the head of the Fallen. That was the big enemy in number 2. They had the head of Megatron. They had the head of Starscream, and I believe they had the head of Not Optimus Prime, but the other one there. From number 3. I can't remember. I cannot remember his name right now. Oh, it's something Prime. Sentinel Prime. Yeah. All evil in the movies. And yet the humans get all the informations from their heads. And how is this even relatable in reality, Steve? Well, I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you exactly how it is because because what was it? Do I got it right here actually? Let me see. Let me see. Here we go. Let me share this. Gilgamesh's tomb, believed to be found in 2003. Interesting. Interesting stuff. And it's not going to tell you what they did here, but there are declassified documents somewhere that literally say that when this happened, when the US government extracted and found Gilgamesh's tomb, they extracted DNA from the head. Wasn't Gilgamesh supposed to be a mythological being? Yeah. Yeah, but they found his tomb. So how mythological is that? And the funny thing is, you look at the picture they have here, Gilgamesh, clearly a giant. Clearly a giant. Absolutely ridiculous. <sighs> 100% ridiculous, guys. 100%. But yeah, let's do another screen share real quick here. And if you simply just Google ancient Nordic symbols from the Vikings and whatnot, well, you get your tree of life here. And it really gives you that indication of as above, so below. And the tree of life is allegedly located in the Garden of Eden at the center of the world. Yeah, and if we read our Bible, let me get my Bible out real quick. Where are we? It's very early in there. Where is that passage? Where are we? Oh my God, speed reading is not my strong point. So just give me a couple of seconds here. Yeah, where was this? I just read this last night, and it's not even on this page here. So, wow, I'm not fine. Oh, what do we got here? In the midst of the garden. Yep. I really can't find it right now, but it talks about how the garden in the account of Adam and Eve, the tree of life or the tree of knowledge is essentially the tree of life because it's located in the middle of the garden. And it's also prophesied or talked about in the Hollow Earth stuff that in the middle of the garden, at the center of the North Pole, is a gateway, a hole, or a portal to the underworld. They look at it as that way, but if you look at it like this, the tree of life, you can ascend. It goes all the way up to the tops of heaven. But they want you to go into the earth and get the quote unquote knowledge of the gods. And just make sure you guys can see this because I do this a lot where I'm just talking and there's no screen share going on. But oh, it looks pretty good actually. Looks pretty good. Bigfoot. Bigfoot. See, you can't spell Morgile, and I can't even talk. So, all good, buddy. Bigfoot is probably real. Absolutely. Absolutely. 200%. But what we got here right now are ancient Nordic symbols, Viking type symbols. Oh, Jesus. What just happened? That scared the ass out of me. Good God. Got Odin's horn, Thunder Cross. Any of these look familiar to you? Well, Odin's horn kind of looks familiar. Go look at your Google Chrome symbol. It's right there. The Thunder Cross. Huh. That doesn't look like a bunch of... Whoops. What did Steve just do here? There we go. Yeah, the Thunder Cross, that definitely doesn't look like a bunch of swastikas put together. Huh? Very interesting. What the fuck did I just do? Are you serious right now? That chart just went away. That's nice. Well, I guess we're not going to look at those. Let's try looking at these. Where was the one I was... Oh, yeah. Did I say triceps? That's literally the Mitsubishi sign. Literally the Mitsubishi sign. If you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. I seriously don't. You get your CERN sign right here with Odin's horn, your 666. You get all your little swastikas. And it just points more connections that the Nazis, they kind of knew what they were talking about because they went up north to these Nordics, up to the old ancient Vikings, and they found the exact same symbols that they were already using, and then some. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely. 200% crazy. All right. So let's get that, we'll get that out of here. I'm just closing some windows because what happened the other day where we had all these windows open, we just lagged out. So I'm just trying to be a little bit more careful today. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what, Morgan? We got to link up and have a chat sometime because absolutely. Absolutely. The swastika isn't evil in nature, but it was demonized. It was 100% demonized through not the Nazi party, but through the media's portrayal of the Nazi party. I'm not saying that I'm a fucking Nazi supporter, but you look at all these symbols and you see how they come up over and over and over and over and over and over and over again throughout history. And then Hitler takes that symbol and then it's damned for life. So just, yeah, like you said, just really crazy and coincidental that they demonized the swastika, and yet it's popped up in history literally hundreds of times. Literally hundreds of times. All right, let's get another screen share going. Yeah. Where is it? So I just Googled giants in Peru because, well, if you've looked into Hollow Earth at all, you know that there are openings, portals in the Andes Mountains down in Peru, and even leading into the Amazon jungle. But what we got here are findings of alleged giants in Peru. And, I'm not saying that this is 100% a valid picture, but like, if it was, which it kind of looks like it is, that's a big fucking person. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? I don't know if this is real. I wouldn't doubt that it isn't. But if it is, in fact, 100% real, that's a big head. Those are big bones. Huge. Huge. Like bigger than you and me. Let's put it that way. A lot bigger than you and me. Absolutely just mind-boggling stuff. And this is a skull that they've taken from Peru. Notice the elongated skull here. Notice that's not human in nature. And notice the jaw. Rather serpent-like. Rather interesting, huh? Yeah. Not alien skulls. Those are demon skulls, people. Those are demon skulls. How freaking ridiculous is all that? Very, very ridiculous. You know, I am not saying that all these pictures are in fact real, but honestly, God forbid if they are, dude, because we're gonna have an issue in a couple years because the Bible prophesies about these men of renown, these old ones, these ancient ones, these Nephilim beings coming back to life in the end times, and I believe that we are rapidly approaching those end times as we speak. As we speak. Hold on one second. All right. Let's get that screen share out of there. Yeah, absolutely, Larry. Absolutely. I was just reading through the chat right there. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Old newspapers from 1800s and back. Pretty much 1940 and back. All over the place. It was pretty much a fact that giants walked the earth, and then the 40s happened. A couple things happened. Roswell happened. Babylon working happened. And all before that, Jesus, I cannot remember the ritual that Aleister Crowley performed to get Lamb into existence, into his realm, and for as long as he could. He literally painted a picture of him, and it's a gray alien, but I cannot remember what ritual that was. But all that happened in between 1915, I'd say, and 1945. And then shortly after that, you have Roswell, New Mexico, the UN treaty, Antarctica treaty. They're all connected. All this stuff is connected, people. It all has to do with the ancient ones, the old ones. Someone else was talking about that a couple years ago that got this channel almost shut down. They pulled me off when I was showing you guys how Gordy Rose was literally talking about how with Kindred and the D-Wave technologies they have and use, they are communicating with people, not people, but spiritual beings that are much older than demons and look at us as we would look at ants. So what does that say? Smithsonian's happen. That's awesome. That should be a bumper sticker. Good stuff. Absolutely. Absolutely. But let me find that real quick. More guile. Just put his number in the chat. This guy's got some nuts. I love it. I'm just writing it down real quick, so I'll never be able to find that again. 8 blah 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 blah. All right. I believe that's it. So if you just got a random call, more guile, that's just me. I just wanted to get that in my phone. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of pictures push hard on TV shows. Ancient. Yep. Yep. Yeah, dude. Ancient Aliens, the whole History Channel shit. They are just trying to whitewash the world of knowledge, dude, and replace it with just ridiculous. Yeah, dude. Haha. More guile. Yeah, bro. Oh, I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of that. You listen to that fucking song. Listen to it backwards. What song is that? I'm just having a brain fart. You guys know what it is. Stairway to Heaven, which is just demonic in nature. Listen to it backwards, which, alludes to the Stairway to Hell. Literally talks about something that used to happen in the shed in his backyard. Well, the house he owned at the time was Aleister Crowley's old house, and he used to do all these rituals in his shed. So give that a listen to backwards and then do some research, and you'll come to the same conclusion that me, many others like the Moragile, and many, many others, Jen, True Secret 69, come to the same conclusion. It's all ridiculous. It's all ridiculous, people. And let me just do another screen share real quick. And like literally, guys, if you just Google Nephilim findings, this is what you find, bro. This is what you find. Now, how many of these are faked images? I cannot tell you. But what they are finding are rather interesting. And none of these findings are as of recently because the Smithsonian Institute just comes in, takes the bones, takes all the findings. You get paid out for finding them, maybe, and then they're never heard of again. And look at this word down there. You can see the Anunnaki. The Anunnaki. I'm pretty sure we all know who that is, right? Well, oh man, who is it? Because I'm gonna have a major brain fart. Rupa-bum-bum. Is it the Hopi? I think it was the Hopis who had their a bunch of quote unquote help come from these extra dimensional beings that were located inside the earth called the ant people. And ant people, because they were smaller. Yeah, these Nephilim beings were smaller, but they still had the wizard aspect of them, the mysticalism, the spiritual aspect of them as well. But Ant-Man or ant people in the Hopi tongue translates to Anunnaki. And well, let's just Google. Here you go. The old Google button real quick. And let's stop that. Or actually, yeah. We'll stop that. We'll just do a whole screen share real quick. Boom. So we got Nephilim findings. One of them down here says something about Anunnaki. There you go. Who were the Nephilim? Anunnaki question mark. Well, the Nephilim is what happened because of this. Because of this picture right here. If we could get that again, that would be, oh, Google, you're gonna get punched in the throat. There we go. Can Steve get a zoom in? There you go. And that's where the Nephilim came from. You had the sons of God coming down, mating with the daughters of man. And your end result, hybrid offspring, aka Nephilim. But we just go right over here. Anunnaki. Yeah, ancient Sumerian. And look at all leads to Nephilim, Sumerian. Yep. Anunnaki. A little bigger than these other humanoids. Yeah. Yeah, people. This stuff is real. Exactly. Giants. Gilgamesh type motherfuckers. Nimrod. So crazy. Oh, so crazy. Anunnaki, the ant people, the Nephilim, the giants in Peru, ancient Nordics, all connected. BBC News, Gilgamesh's tomb, 2003, man, mind you. And it all relates to Shambhala or Shangri-La, the capital city of the inner earth, where the master is located. And I think we all know who that master is by now, don't we? It's most likely Lucifer himself. Very crazy. And oh man, did I get pulled? Because I don't have any new chats in the comment right now. I'm gonna be rather pissed off. I just got pulled. So let me go check this out on my phone. And if we're not pulled, we're definitely gonna take a break in a minute because I'm about to find a can and use the bathroom. And oh man, did I get pulled? No, we're still alive. Okay, that's cool. Cool. I'm just not seeing any new chat comments. I don't know what that is about. Let me try to scroll up and okay, I got them all now. I hate how StreamYard works sometimes. It's just a big kick in the you know where. Yeah, 200 fallen angels shapeshifting and rape woman, period. Absolutely. 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 Yeah, I'm starting to get hungry too. Damn it. I'll just have some more coffee. This is an old plan. This is an old deception. Nothing new under the sun, people. What was the percent of the angels that fell down and mated with women? 33%. Where is Mount Hermon located? On the 33rd degree parallel. And if you use the older maps where the prime meridian goes right through Paris, France, rather than London, England, Mount Hermon is 33 degrees east of that point. So 33 north, 33 east, according to the old prime meridian, gives you the spot of where the fallen angels entered upon the earth. It's all about 33 people. This obsession, this I don't even know what to call it. This need for 33 in their life is just so important and so big and highlighted through their through the history of time, basically, that it can't be it can't easily be unnoticed, because if you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it, but it can't be overlooked. 33 is their biggest number. Freemasonry, Scottish Rite, what's the highest degree you can go? Is 33, because all knowledge is, the highest knowledge goes down to the 33 degree. And that's them, dude. That's them. And how sick and twisted have they got this whole story? Well, apparently Jesus died at the age of 33, according to these people. And there's 66 books in the Bible, which is 33 times 2. And there's 2 books in the Bible. So that's how you get that from there. 33 people. 33 is, oh man, one of their biggest numbers. But you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we'll talk a lot. We'll talk more about the 33, because I got notes on my phone somewhere, and I got the that calculator, the numerology, Pythagoras, and Chaldean calculator. And I'll show you how so many things add up to 33. It's rather disgusting. It's rather disgusting. But all right, so we're gonna throw on another. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Acts 5:30. I was looking for that earlier. Good job. Thank you, Brian. Yeah. Yeah. For anyone who thinks the Mandela effect is false, little that camera. Let's go on camera real quick. Holy Bible. King James Version. Does it say that on here somewhere? There you go. Where's the camera? KJV. We'll go to Acts 5:30. And we are moving. Yeah, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It's right after that. Yep. Acts 5. One more page over. And 30. There you go. Acts 5:30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and hanged on a tree. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's crazy. The Mandela effect is 100% ridiculous, and it's 100% a fact. You don't like that? You can hit the thumb down button and fuck off somewhere else, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. We got some all-stars in the chat. Good job. I like that. Stavely. Oh, Bob just joined. What's up, Bob? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Globebusters are in the house, guys. I love it. More Giles here. It's like a big reunion. Awesome. But I'm just going to take a quick little 3-4 minute break. We got some more Destiny Lab lined up, and we're going to have him on here tomorrow at around 12:30. So we can't be up too late with all these shenanigans, but we'll do what we can do. This is the Days of Noah, another banger. So, and I got the video to go along with it too. So check this out and give it a listen, and I'll be right back in just a couple minutes. Just got to bleed the dragon real quick.
These guys are going to be released in the future again. The return of the Nephilim, the fallen angels, the gods themselves with a small g. They are coming back during the apocalypse time.
Cracking hits to rip like the beaks of a griffin with sharp pointy tips in the grip of a falcon. Grasping with grappling talents and worn on medallions of battling, thinking no man. So many masterfully sculpted renditions, artistically marvelous, monstrous visions, descriptions of possibly authentic dragon-like animals, fossilized mandibles gradually formed by the annual downpours and rainfalls, exposing mysterious samples. Examine examples like cylinder seals, revealing the secrets of serpents unveiled by ubiquitous snaps of a snapdragon. Sounds serendipitous, just like the epic of Gilgamesh. Several conspicuous mythical beasts can exist, and in fact they could actually be crossbreeds from angels who planted the seeds on indigenous demons hungry to breed. In the days of Noah, from the book of Enoch, in the paths of giants, revealing alone high what we see in this antediluvian world full of giants. If we could go back and observe all the things in the lost book of Enoch and eavesdrop Nephilim hybrids and fathers who flocked in a pack of 200 deserters. These tyrants who plundered like pirates and lusted for flesh in a cycle of violence. They squandered like pigs in the mud of defiance and promo like Dr. Moreau in his science. Monsters without any use of a latex appliance, a violent alliance of violent Goliaths, drowned and diluged by the flood into silence. Desirous delinquents, they lost their commission. Now Lucifer's legions, they turned into demons, chained and blinded and bound in abyss, living with locusts deep in the pit. In the days of Noah, from the book of Enoch, in the paths of giants, revealing alone high grace. memories lost from a time in our history. Should we be blind to the mystery? Willingly ignorant to the reality. Fallacies formed by fallacious facsimiles. Angelic offspring conspiracies, possibly aliens visiting, revealing sinister enemies. Posing as saviors with remedies. History, mental capacities, cavities. Demons are grabbing our faculties. Abduct insanity, offering new age mentalities. Fraudulent phonies who mimic and imitate. Based in satanic magic facilitate UFO sightings. Debacle, debauchery, sorcery, portable forgeries. Copied demonically forged by a fork-tongued mythology. Genesis 6, house of Nephilim, vividly mentioning stories of alien babies and women apparently forced to endure hybrid pregnancy. In the days of Mockery, from the book of Enoch, in the path of giants, revealing the love hybrid.
Because Satan and Lucifer imitate what the true God does, would it not make sense that when these guys fall to earth, maybe they will come in spaceships to take you to the next step of evolution, to bring peace on earth? We've got rid of all those Bible thumpers, those right-wing fundamentalist nutcases, and those hate mongers, and we've got rid of them. Now we're here to bring mankind to the next step of evolution.
All right. Am I unmuted? What's going on here? Am I here? I'm live. We are back. What is up, everyone? That was the Days of Noah by Destiny's Lab. Fucking good stuff. Great stuff, actually. And, you know, it's 100% accurate, dude, because it's it said in the Bible. They asked Jesus, how will we know when you're coming back? The dude said, as in the days of Noah shall it be when the return of the Son of Man. So we're going to have to see some. You just watch that video, you're going to have to see a lot of that stuff. And only then will he come back. Because it's all part of the plan. And we got to play our part. Our part is staying true to who we are, man. Our part is to separate the good from the bad, use our discernment, not get tricked and deceived by the evil, not to get led into temptation, but the good Lord, the good God, the God of creation, who sent his son down to die for our sins, then, now, today, and forever. He will deliver us from evil, I believe. I fully believe that. I fully believe that. I 100% believe that. And I'm just going through the chat real quick. It looks like Brian wants a link. And I think I copied that. And let's try that again. And yeah, Brian, I think she said 6:30, implying her time, not our time. Because she is, what, an hour ahead of us or an hour behind us? I don't know how all that shit works, but time zones, baby. She's one off from me. That's all I could tell you. But I think I just sent you something in the chat, the link, whatever. So go smoke your joint. Go smoke your herb. It is what it is. Dude, right, Larry? Dude, dude, I think about that shit all the time, bro. Imagine fucking... Imagine that, dude. Imagine fighting a motherfucker 20 feet tall. Pure evil. Pure evil. Imagine that. Imagine that. That's literally what's going to be coming up on the earth, man. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous to think about. And it's going to be even more ridiculous when this shit starts happening in this realm, in reality, dude. Because, like I just said, as in the days of Noah, shall it be? Shall it be, man? And with this new technology they got coming out now with 5G, with transhumanism, quantum mechanics, I'm thinking that these things are going to come back with like a little technology spin on them to make them look smarter, to make them look more sophisticated rather than their ancient looking bodies. Because the Nephilim, I'd say 95% of them were wiped out, 100% destroyed during the flood. In my opinion, that's what I can tell. But there's still a small percent that did survive. But the 95, the 90, 95% that did perish during the flood, their spirits still roam the earth. And that's where you get all these demonic possessions from. That's where you get all these hauntings from. I think they're just demonic Nephilim spirits. And they're looking for bodies to inhabit. And I'm thinking that not just the US government, the governments of the world are going to give them some sort of exoskeleton type deal that they can inhabit and come back. And, you know, as in the days of Noah, man, literally said, literally. So, yeah, just, yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. It's just like, fucking, yeah, dude, absolutely. Absolutely. But when something, let's say something like that does happen and we make it to that time where there's, 32-foot fucking beings walking down the street, it's not going to be a power of physicality. It's going to be a power of spiritualness. It's going to be a power of your mental, power of your soul. And I believe that the souls that are, anointed with the love and the passion of the Holy Spirit and Christ and God, I think that they won't be able to touch us. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just spitballing here. Steve JMO, just my opinion. It is what it is. Till it ain't no more, people. Till it ain't no more. So, all that being said, where did the cell phone go? There it is. Because I got some notes here in the notes section. And, well, like I said, before we went on break, I want to talk about 33 and all the numbers in places that add up to 33. And all these places that are on like the 33rd degree parallel and whatnot. So I just want to get a couple things queued up first. And what do we got here? All right, cool. Cool. All right. So let's talk about the Watchers. Let's talk about them. You got back in the Book of Enoch, way back in the day, you had 12 appointed Watchers, and Azazel was the head of the Watchers. And God appointed them to govern over the earth. And they were just the Watchers. They were here to make sure that we didn't, perish ourselves. But they looked down upon the earth and they were pissed, dude. They were pissed that God made something in his image that had no actual authoritative power except their presence of being there. And they were told to bow down to them pretty much. And, well, 33% did not like that idea. And like I said, Azazel was the leader of the Watchers, and apparently he was the leader of the Fallen because they, like I said, they fell onto Mount Hermon, which is 33 degrees. 33% of them, a third of the angels fell. 12 leaders and 200 after that. And then I believe definitely more because you can look up in the sky and I could definitely see more than 200 stars that are now apparently blinking. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go outside. You can't see them over here where I am in the Northeast because it's the New England, baby. New England. Every day it's cloudy. Every day it's raining. Every day it's just 100% bullshit. And we can't see the signs in the moon, sun, and stars that was prophesied in the book of Luke. They don't want us to see that. They don't want us to notice that the stars are blinking. Some are missing. Maybe they're getting closer. I don't fucking know what's going on. I don't know. I do not know, but like I said, as a leader, the Fallen. Now, the real question that boggles my mind, guys, was Azazel Lucifer or was he inspired by Lucifer? Because right here, let's go back into the old Holy Bible that no one gives any credit to. Because, you know, a lot of people think that Azazel is Lucifer, but I think different, because Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Verse 2 goes on to say, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the earth. Woo! So off grip, you get 15 words into the Bible and you're already scratching your head like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You're just like, whoa, bro. Like, what is going on? God formed the earth and the heavens, and then darkness fell upon the earth. And then generations later, in the days of Jared, the fallen angels fell upon the earth. So we got a little bit of time in between there. I'm under the impression, my personal opinion on the matter is that Azazel, as much of a leader, as much of one of the stronger angels he was, I do not believe he was Lucifer. I believe he was inspired by Lucifer. And yes, Sal, it does matter. It matters big time. It matters 200%. It could not matter fucking more to me, actually. Because if we're looking at it, if we're looking at stuff, you know, the king of the bottomless pit is named in the Bible as Apollyon or Abaddon, not Azazel. And Azazel translate to the scapegoat. So there you go. There you fucking go. It's right there, people. It's all right there. Azazel was set up by Lucifer to make him look like the bad guy, when Lucifer already fell himself probably a millennia before that, in my opinion. In my own opinion. And how long is a millennia? I have no idea, but a while before the original angels fell. I think that he maybe visited them all in a dream or a vision or whatever, and tested their obedience to God, and they fell. And in that act, they fell down to earth, and here we are today, roughly what, 3,000, 4,000 years later. Another thing, the earth is not, what does science say, like 93 million years old? Get that shit out of here. Shit, it's not even 50,000 years old, in my opinion. I don't know. Yeah, like I just said, in creation, God created the earth and heavens, and then it was dark and void. Like I said, maybe dark Lucifer, like spirits that have dwelled here before. Maybe a great battle between good and bad in the heavens before. And the chambers of for the dark ones was already there, because the snake, which is Lucifer, which was in the garden before these angels fell, tempted Eve. She ate from the tree of knowledge, aka the tree of life, and that was well before the angels fell. If you look at it on a timeline, go watch some Rob Skiba stuff. He's got a really good timeline on when a lot of this stuff went down. Absolutely crazy. So, like I said, it always leads me to the question, like, who is Azazel? Is he a shapeshifter? Is he Lucifer? I don't think so. I think Azazel is the scapegoat, as his name breaks down to be. Then Lucifer, is Osiris, is Apollyon, Zeus, the bearer of light, the apparent god of gods, but he's not. He is the complete opposite of that. He is the god of the fallen gods. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely. So I just wanted to get all that out real quick, because I just think that's big stuff. Big stuff, dude. All right. So let's go through the chat real quick. Yep, not Lucifer. Yeah, the moon is full tonight, but they're not going to let us see it. There's so much chemtrailage in the sky. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. You can't see any of that. What do you think? Resets? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I've been looking at a little bit of that lately, but it's just crazy. Oh, it's 13 billion years old. Sorry, Brian. You got the chat. Brian Staley, scientist. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. Still just ridiculous, all these numbers they throw at us. 93 million, 400 billion. Who gives a fuck, dude? Just more nonsensical numbers that you can't even prove. Larryology says God don't create void and darkness. No, don't create void and without form. I think he had just got done wiping out the earth. It was moving on to the next step. Yeah, it could be. We could be missing like a whole chapter, you know? I don't know, man. Yep, serpent is a mistranslation. It should have been shining one or light bearer. I could see that, absolutely. The one of many gods, dude. Or the one the one of many gods. The god of many names. Shapeshifter. He was literally Lucifer was he was right up there in the angelic line in the council. He was right up there. I believe it literally took like what 5 or 6 archangels to bring him down into the pit. That's including Michael. Like, come on, man. This dude witnessed creation. This dude witnessed everything, and he is gonna put one of the craziest spells upon us, one of the craziest deceptions are gonna roll out in front of us, and it's just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. What do we got here? Revelations 12:13 explains the vision of fallen angels. Well, you know what? I got my KJV right here. So let's Revelations 12:13. And the book's upside down. Nice. Looking smarter by the day, Steve. Revelations 12:3. I'm sorry. It's weird. I'm on 12:13 right now. It's weird. Really weird. Revelations 12:3. Oh, this is all in Jesus's quotes too. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Huh. Here we go. Very interesting. If I could read better out loud, I would read this word for word. But you know what? Instead of just sitting here reading it while you guys can't see anything. Yeah, right, Brian. There you go. Yeah, Revelations doesn't exist anymore. Even though in the book of Revelation, there's like fucking 30, 40 revelations. Yeah, everyone look that up. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And I kind of lost my train of thought there. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm just going through the chat real quick. Yeah, fuck Tom Hanks, dude. I was just going off about Tom Hanks like 2 hours ago. Tom Hanks is nothing but I'd slap the hell out of Tom Hanks. What we got? I have to reread the book of Enoch. Yeah, I guess Azazel is saying Enoch went and said as though you shall have no peace and serve sentence been passed against you. and that you should be bound. You know, he, like I said, he could be Satan, he could not be. I'd rather, I lean to think that he's not Satan. He's a scapegoat because Satan was in the garden before these angels fell. My opinion on it. Full opinion on it. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now, Laurel. I see what you're saying. Oh, where'd that just go? Revelations 12. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to get on that. Let's see what we got. Uh-oh. Look at who is in the house.
Hi,
Jen
guys.
is here.
Hold on, I gotta close my
Oh.
door.
Yeah, take your time. How you doing tonight?
Good. I just got done work. I'm about to hit the bowl. Had some Fireball.
There you go.
I'm ready.
There you go. That's what I like to hear.
The first sin shall be the last sin.
Shit, absolutely. That's exactly what we've been talking about this whole time, basically.
Let me put my light on. There we go. So what's going on?
You know, not too much, just, you know, talking about the usual.
So tomorrow you have, hey Karen, you have Destiny's Lab. That's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be sick. I cannot wait for that. I'm kind of nervous. I hope the Wi-Fi doesn't give out like it did the other night. So
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I just listened to his most recent song rap thing he put out, and I was like, holy crap, this is really good.
what was that? The Unseen Zones or whatever?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that was a good one. He's got so many just bangers. It's unreal.
Yeah, and you know, for it being like Christian based and you know, kind of like you're praising Jesus and stuff. It's really like it keeps your attention and stuff because I had trouble getting into a lot of Christian music.
Oh, right,
and
absolutely.
It's like it's on point. It's like, yeah, I can listen to this.
right. I feel the same way because I'll put on some of his stuff and it just kind of changes your mood. You're like, oh shit. You're like, this is crazy. Then you put on, you watch one of the music videos and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, I really didn't get into any of his stuff until last night because I'm subscribed to a lot of people and everything, but being that my time's a little limited and everything, I kind of just stay towards certain channels that I'm used to and everything.
Yeah.
But I got to really start looking into everybody else's channels. I'm really bad that way. I just always have so much going on, and when I have free time, I just go right to what I'm used to going to.
Oh, I'm right with you. It is what it is, you know. Like I probably watch in total probably 10 YouTube channels, but like I'd probably say I watch like 4 like regularly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
can go to my YouTube and see I'm subscribed to like a couple hundred people, but in reality, I'm only watching content from a couple because you know it's so hard to keep up on everyone. You got Brian like 3 live streams a fucking day, so
I had to get off last night. I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Oh my
but
god.
I think I was on for about 3.5 hours, and they went another hour and a half after that. But yeah, I like it when you're doing live streams really long and people dip in and then they dip out and more people dip in and dip out. Look, there's one right there. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, the little dipper down low. What's up?
Oh, I forgot I didn't change my name back to my regular name.
Luke, I am your mother.
Oh shit. What's up, Brian?
Nothing. You're gonna let this fucking witch hijack your stream too?
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down anytime soon.
Go down, you know why?
But yeah, how'd you feel about that little show? Oh, he just jumped out. But yeah, did you get a chance to watch that yet? The Criminal Minds episode?
I still haven't watched it. I haven't had time yet.
It's ridiculous. It's
I'm gonna
ridiculous.
watch it tonight. I hate to have to even do that, but Steve, let me tell you, they were chemtrailing like crazy today. When I left for work, it was a beautiful blue sky. I mean, like really blue. I haven't seen it this blue in a while, but of course they were hardcore laying their lines, and they had a lot of really tight parallel lines. And I was explaining to my mom that when they do those parallel lines really close to each other, what they're doing is they're getting them to connect with each other, and it spreads out to be that overlay canopy over us.
Yeah.
And I was going to send you one. Maybe you can play. It's only like 30 seconds long, but I was hoping maybe you could play it.
Yeah, we can get that. Are you gonna send it to me on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you through Messenger.
All right, let me just get that open real quick. Oh, I'm just like, what tab do I close? Because I don't want that shit to happen
You always
again.
got like 100 tabs open.
It's bad. It's bad. It's so bad. Oh man. All right. I'm good to go whenever.
I got two I'm sending you. One's 30 and one's 39 seconds. You can start with the 30-second one because that's the first one I sent.
Okay, cool.
And if you want to turn the volume down, that's fine. It's just me kind of talking in the background, but you got to see what they're doing. It's crazy.
All right. Let me. Well, I'm getting.
You want to hit off my bowl?
No, I can't stay long though. I'm interviewing Vanessa in 2 hours, so I'll just hang out for a little bit and I'm gonna bounce.
All right, cool. Well, before we get that video up, what's up, Brian? What about that fucking bullshit Criminal Minds, bro?
Yo, you finally watched it. That's right.
Dude,
That's
that
the
was
masterpiece of all
ridiculous.
time. So what do you think? Everybody heard me rant about it for a week. So what do you think?
Oh my god, dude. Like the fact that they connect, well, it's not surprising to me that they obviously connected Mandela effect and simulation theory because we saw that in the movie they put out.
No, how about they connected us to an axe murderer that cuts people's heads off so he can switch timelines and he kidnaps children.
Yeah,
and he's
dude.
dangerous and we're delusional.
Yeah, and he's taking all of his orders from a goat man. What kind of
good old
Baphomet with red glowing eyes and all this shit? They're telling everybody how dangerous we are. I've never seen such a hit piece.
Dude,
we're chopping people's heads off.
Yeah, bro, I'm capturing children. It's ridiculous.
They're clearly
what they do. They kidnap kids and worship Baphomet and cut people's heads off. That's what they do.
And it was just so crazy.
Look at all the disinfo that's come in the last 2 months, ever since they launched that movie, and now this and all of it. It's crazy.
Yep.
I've
Yeah,
never seen
dude.
it so thick in such a short span. Mr. Peanut, the Monopoly game being re-released, all the new Black Tom videos, all the new Ed McMahon videos, all came out in 2 months.
Yeah. I think they're just they're reprogramming people. And I think people who see that Mandela effect movie who aren't, maybe at the level that we're at, they're just getting reprogrammed. And maybe it's feeding into their aggression as well, because we were talking about how aggressive they are lately. And it's like, well, what happened? This Mandela effect movie came out. Did they all see it and get some kind of weird update that we didn't get if we saw it? Because we're over that level. They can't do that to us.
Oh yeah, and the thing is about it, Brian. I just thought it was strange, not strange, but they first branched off to it's a simulation theory, but the fact that they connected that with Mandela effect without like any sort of proof, they just went from A to B, no problem. And then once the guy snapped out of it, they just threw out the simulation theory, and what was attached with that? The Mandela effect. So they're obviously connecting 1 and 2.
You're talking about the movie. I was talking about the show. I thought we were talking about the show.
I'm talking about the show. Because the detectives, there wasn't really definitive proof that Mandela effect and simulation theory.
They threw a whole bunch of shit out there before they even said the guy was suffering from the Mandela effect, as they say. It's unbelievable.
We're suffering.
It's the same thing. False memory syndrome, Berenstain. What was the other one they said? And then Nelson Mandela. Yeah, Curious George. It's like, why don't you talk about fucking JFK and how I can show you 15 different videos of the assassination now? Why don't you talk about the 6 people in the car? Why don't you talk about the first terror attack on U.S. soil that nobody ever heard about? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about the anatomy changes or the geography changes? No, we'll just focus on stuff that people will say, oh, well, maybe people just got it wrong.
And they focused on the same two things that they did in the movie. The movie focused on Curious George and the Berenstein Bears and maybe one or two other little fucking insignificant ones. You know what I mean? They don't even bring out anything. Who cares about the Berenstein Bears? Yeah, that's the most common one that people come across. But they're just going to like play that out. Like you said, Brian, they don't talk about any of the big ones. Nothing. Because they can't.
Why don't we talk about the fact that South America is like 1,500 miles over to the fucking east now, and the tip of Central America can't even hit it on the top. It hits it on the west side, and the Panama Canal is fucking north and south, when it was always east and west. Why don't we talk about that?
And I talked to somebody who lives in South America there, and they said that they're still in Central Time Zone. I'm like, well, not according to the map, you're not.
That's crazy.
You're clear out in bumfuck nowhere now.
Yeah, they never talk about it like that. They'll never touch on it. But I never seen a TV show take some sort of truth move. They haven't done that to Flat Earth yet. They've done a lot of shit, and there's a lot of disinfo. I've never seen them go on a TV show, put a Flat Earther out there, chopping people's heads off because they were trying to prove that the Earth was flat, and then kidnapping children. I mean, I haven't seen that. That was really bad. It's the worst thing I've seen.
A while back, like years ago, back when all the 9/11 conspiracy stuff was coming out, they did make a few shows where they included the crazy conspiracy theorist, living in his van, wearing a tinfoil hat, talking about how, the government's out to get them and they did 9/11. So it seems like, every time, like I said, I'm now waiting for a flat earth, serial killer show to come out because, that's next. They always try to demonize us, though, in one way or another, and it's so
They
pathetic.
have another show called Truthers. There's a Criminal Minds episode from like 3 years ago somebody told me about, and it's about truthers in general. So I could only imagine what's in that. I'm probably going to try and watch it, but it's going to make me want to punch somebody dead in the face. You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck you, Hollywood. Fuck you.
yeah, they can suck a fat dick.
Right?
Yeah, dude. Something I like to tell people, like, if the Mandela effect had no legitimacy to it, why would they be putting hit pieces out towards it?
Exactly, dude.
And why would YouTube be putting in their small print about flat earthers and these other people giving out this information on YouTube that they'll
And
be
just like I tell people about Flat Earth, why are you so triggered?
Yeah.
Why are you so triggered? It's obviously a programmed response. If you're so triggered, maybe you need to look. And like I always say,
I would
it's
love
not
to
even a
meet one
blip.
of those triggered individuals and let them get all triggered on my ass if I mention something. Because they'll get another thing coming with me. I got my fucking taser right here, bitch. I'll be like, on. That's all I got for you.
See, we're all set, Steve. We're all set. She got her taser. Karen got her chainsaw. We don't got to do shit, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man. Don't fuck with the truth.
People talk shit. We sick the bitches on them. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ. Karen's got a
Also, man,
chainsaw.
if you hit me, you better make sure you knock my ass out. Because if I get back up, you're done.
You didn't know she got a chainsaw now?
Oh, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. People don't fuck around, bro. People get limbs cut off. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. I'm never pissing her off again.
Like, woo, woo, woo. I can see it now.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. And, the whole thing with the hit pieces on the Mandela effect, it's, it's kind of sad in a way, 'cause it's just like every time I make a chemtrail video and put chemtrails in the title, you click the video shortly after it's uploaded and you get the Wikipedia definition of a contrail right below it.
Oh,
It's
yeah, not
absolutely
just
ridiculous.
contrail, persistent contrails.
Yeah,
Because
ridiculous.
they have to compensate for that they linger all fucking day long.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Everyone, a lot of people look at this Mandela effect and say it's misremembrance. They say it's,
So aggravating when they say that. I want to slap the shit out of them.
Yeah,
That's just like
pareidolia.
That's just like if you said to a flat earther, you just think the Earth's flat because you don't understand science. It's like the most insulting thing you could say and shows you've never looked into it.
Yeah.
Because every single person knows it was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. They all know it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and none of them ever heard of Black Tom. They all know there was fucking 4 people in the JFK car. They're all affected, all of them, even the strongest deniers. They're all affected. They're all affected.
Right, dude. There's so many little simple ones you could get, like Mirror, Mirror, Tom Hanks and the fucking all of Tom Hanks. Life Is, Life Was.
Every one of his movies, Apollo 13, Big, the Castaway, the Da Vinci Code, the fucking Forrest Gump. I mean, you can just go on and on. Every single one of his movies.
Maybe his name will change to Tom Hank. That would be funny. Black Tom Hank.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. He's so
man,
deep in all this shit.
We all watched the Hindenburg blow up, and the guy, the humanity. Now there's fucking like almost 70 fucking survivors, dude, in this timeline. How can people deny that?
Yeah.
How can people deny that there was? I can play audio now that goes with the Zapruder film. There wasn't fucking audio before. Oh, it's been there for years though.
There wasn't even color, bro, and I'm 24.
I know.
Yeah, I had a vet say that to me because I asked him about the Zapruder film, and I'm like, black and white, right? And he's like, yeah, they didn't have color back then. They didn't have color TVs. Apparently, there was a whole bunch of people running around with color recorders that day.
Just about all those videos from all those other angles showing the assassination, all people with color hand cams in 1963. So it's insane.
It's ridiculous, dude. And I just duped everyone in the chat earlier. I was like, hey, where's Statue of Liberty located? Not one person didn't say Ellis Island. I got like 30 responses. Not one person. Not one.
So yeah, you guys are all just misremembering. And in fact, it's always been on Liberty Island. And we're just so stupid that we can't remember that the Statue of Liberty is on Liberty Island. That's what people really want us to believe. The fuck out of here. Moron.
It just gets me going. Then Tom Hanks has the balls to have a movie called It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood when apparently, even if you're a denier of this Mandela effect, why the fuck would they name the movie that if the song never said that?
Yeah.
Exactly. They don't get that kind of shit wrong. Like,
no,
maybe
dude.
It's a typo or something. No, they have editors and producers that go over this shit and make sure everything's legit the way they want it. They're not going to make that mistake unless they want it to be there. And that's them fucking mocking us. That's Tom Hanks going, fuck you, asshole.
Well, how about the incremental changes? And we tell everybody that the fucking lion and the lamb is not in the King James Bible, and it changed to wolf, and then they come with, no, it didn't. Then if they pull it out, it's a translation issue, blah, 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 because then they would show us all the other Bibles where it still said lion and the lamb, and now over the last 2 years, they've all changed. Every fucking Bible in Isaiah 11:6 says the wolf shall lie with the lamb. The wolf wasn't lying with the lamb, motherfucker. It was the fucking lion.
But they have to rationalize it. So it'll be like, maybe it was always that way. It's like, no, it wasn't. So instead of them being crazy with you, they have to start rationalizing it and making it okay for themselves. And they naturally fall into that. And those people are like, those lost sheeple, the people that take updates and stuff, the people who just don't care. It's like, okay, well, whatever. I'm just going to mosey on over here because I got to go shopping and get some stuff. And for some reason, for us, it's profound. It's like, we need to look at what's going on. Our reality is fucking changing. Obviously, it's not what they told us. And you're just okay. You're going to go over there and grab some beer and some pizza and be on your way. I don't get it.
It's ridiculous, dude. Crazy. You know what's really crazy? You know what's really crazy? I got this new Bible, and you look at let me put my camera on because I look like a fucking moron right now.
Stu the dentist. It's Stu the dentist from The Hangover.
You.
See, that's why he never comes on live with his picture anymore because you say that.
Can you guys see this at all? How on the top? No.
Yeah, a little bit.
On the top, it literally says, "The wolf shall dwell with the lamb."
Yeah, of course it does.
On the top, and yeah.
Out of the paragraph on the top line.
Yeah. And then you go to 11:6, and the wolf shall also, or the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb. It's right there. Yeah. And there's T-shirts, there's fucking paintings, there's songs, there's everything. I went to a Catholic school, and we had to paint, give you pictures to color in when it's like a rainy day and there ain't shit to do. And I can't even tell you how many times they gave us a little lion and a lamb to picture or to color in. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What freaks me out is like the people who work at these companies and stuff that have been Mandela affected, and the people there are like affected as well. It's like Callie was saying, it happens in these groups. Like even the groups that aren't supposedly affected, like they'll be like, oh yeah, it's always been JCPenney. We work here and everything like that. And then it'll be like, what's wrong with you people?
Yeah, the funny thing about JCPenney one is how it changed to what? NNEY at the end.
Yeah.
JCPenney before with the E at the end didn't add up to anything significant. Now, if you type in JCPenney to the numerology calculator for, I think it's Pythagoras, or it might be a Chaldean, adds up to 33 now.
Yeah,
But
that's no accident that it changed and
no,
it does that now.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly what I'm saying. Which leads me to believe that this Mandela effect is sort of like a signs from two different ends of not creation, spiritual realm. You know, you have the
It definitely seems that
deceptions,
way.
then you have like reality changes, like
There's definitely a
Italy
nefarious
changing.
side to
Yeah.
it. I feel that. But, you know, there could be positive things as well. I'm not denying that. But when you get to the Bible changes, there's no positive changes in the fucking Bible. It's either mocking or pushing the transgender agenda or the ball earth now with planets and stuff.
Yep. Matrix.
Aliens.
Matrix wasn't even a word
That's
till 30
simulation
years
theory.
ago. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Aliens is in there. All
No,
sorts of shit.
It's pushing alien space, matrix simulation, ball earth is this transgender agenda, mocking Jesus left and right, talking about how men can breastfeed and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, the Bible's not what it was. It's something else now. I don't even know what to say or tell people to do about that. If I had to really give somebody advice on the Bible, I'd have to say, you know, go with your gut and your heart, take what you've already known to heart, and just maybe put that thing down for a while, because damn, you know, just damn, what the fuck.
Yeah, now like Zal said, now the couches, Jesus is carrying a fucking couch. Wineskins are one.
Jesus is like transgender now.
The Lord's Prayer changed from trespasses and trespass to fucking debts and debtors. I mean, come on, banks are in there.
Dude, the whole second part of the Lord's Prayer, that whole second paragraph that's randomly there all of a sudden, I don't remember any of that. I went to someone's funeral a couple weeks ago, and the whole entire congregation full of people that I know have probably been to church 6 times in their life said the Lord's Prayer the way, like the new fucking way. And then there was like a whole extra like paragraph at the end. And I looked at my brother, he looked at me. I was like, where the fuck are we, bro? Because that shit ain't right.
Yeah, there's a lot of grammatical errors. You know, that this Bible was supposed to be written to perfection, translated to perfection, and all this stuff. So even throwing the grammatical errors in there is mocking the Bible in some way, in my opinion. There's emojis in there now, all kinds of slang words like stuff and you know, get your stuff. You know, don't get your possessions, because that's what they had back then, possessions. No, they get your stuff and get the fuck out. Take your couch with you too. You're evicted.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. All the Bible changes and all the other changes in reality. It's not even just the Bible that changes, that makes me think that, you know, some of these Mandela effects are coming from a negative side of the spiritual realm. But like you said, the JFK thing changing over and over and over and over again. I just think there's something fishy about that. All these Tom Hanks changes, all the ones that are like celebrity changes, and then you got that Publishers or the American Family Publishers commercial all of a sudden that popped up with Ed McMahon freaking out that he never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse.
Yeah, how adamant
That's
they are
fishy.
in those commercials. It's like, don't say Publishers Clearinghouse, or you know,
Yeah.
it's like, are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna throw that into? I mean, it makes them look even more ridiculous and proves what we know to be true, because they're going out of their way to say that.
It's just fucked up, dude. It's just crazy, and people don't see it, and people deny it, and that's what gets me worried. I'm like, how can you deny the fact that your reality is changing? Because everyone that I know, and I'll show them a map of you know, of the world, and I'll go right to Cuba, and everyone, fuck is going on? I'm like, dude, you can hit a golf ball from Cuba to Mexico, and you could probably hit a golf ball from Cuba to Florida now. It's huge. It's moving to the west rapidly, and people don't see it.
It looks like the Gulf is getting closed in. Like Cuba is starting to close the Gulf off.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like an
that's going to change all the hurricane patterns too. It's ridiculous. And another one I want to run by you, Brian. I don't. It's a Mandela effect. I don't know what it is, but do you remember Haiti being its own island?
No, I remember Costa Rica. I thought Haiti was an island, but I know Costa Rica was, and it's not anymore.
Yeah, Costa Rica was an island nation. Now it's not.
The funny thing about
wasn't Haiti next to the Dominican Republic?
They're the same island. They're on the same island. It's like cut in half.
See,
no, I remember it like that, but I definitely, for me, Costa Rica was definitely an island, and now it's not an island.
Wow, what's Costa Rica now? Is it like a land?
Costa Rica is now a mainland country in Central America.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Costa,
look at Costa.
the coast. Are you serious?
Costa Rica. It was an island nation.
me
I
a
had a
fucking
friend that
break.
lived
You
there.
know what they say? They tell us we're mixing it up with Puerto Rico.
Let's see. Let me get a
That's
map.
I want
up
to fucking
here.
punch somebody dead in the mouth, dude.
Are you
Costa Rica
serious?
is way far away from Puerto Rico.
Oh, I can't even. Oh my God. Are you serious? Of
It's
course,
like next to
it's
Nicaragua.
right next to Panama now. Of course.
Yes, and that's what happened. It got pushed over, and the Panama Canal got all ipsy now and stuff.
That is ridiculous, dude. But
That
the thing
whole area in the Gulf is shifty. It's all moving around.
that's
Florida's
crazy.
getting smaller. Cuba's getting bigger. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
That's wild. But the thing, why I brought up Haiti was, I don't see. It's not like I don't remember it not being part of the Dominican Republic on the same island as that. But when when that giant hurricane came through and beat the hell out of Haiti 2-3 years ago, wouldn't the Dominican Republic have gotten just as fucked up? You know what I'm saying? And like there wasn't really too much coverage on that. I don't think. I might not be remembering 100% right, but I don't know. It's just weird how they're the part of the same island, and yet the news coverage was mainly on Haiti. It was Haiti got wiped out. Trump went down to Haiti. So I don't know. It's just weird.
The big deal with that was that they said they used some kind of ARP weapon on them because only half the island was hit with this crazy earthquake that destroyed everything. Puerto Rico's side or whatever didn't get it, but it's all one island. So it's like, how can you have some major fucking crazy earthquake that fucking powerful on the one side of the island and nothing happened over here? That's why they were saying the Clintons did it or something, like they were using HARP on them, some earthquake bomb or something like that.
Oh yeah, they got technologies that we don't even want to know about. Like I've showed, we've all showed plenty of times how they're literally 200 years ahead of us. So
yeah, do you have that video ready?
Somewhere, yeah. I don't even know where it went. There it is. Yeah.
The 30-second one.
Oh shit! Hold on. Technical difficulties. Stand by. And I think we got it. Is that sharing?
Yeah.
That's good. All right, let me get that out. All right.
It's out front of my house.
This is the one, right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wow. At least you get to see some blue up in your sky today. I don't know about you, Brian, but it's been gray out for the past like 2 or 3 days. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the second one I sent you.
How do people not notice this?
I know, and this X is right over my house.
How do people not see that? Like, if you can't see that, like, you got like a fucking brain tumor, like in your eyeballs or something. Which is that even possible with the new Mandela effect? Because there's bones behind my eye now.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how the people say we're misremembering that. Come on, man. Everybody knows a kidney punch was illegal because it was so dangerous the way your kidney was, and now it's protected up in your rib cage. So explain that, deniers and debunkers. Give me a fucking break.
No shit, dude. This sharing still?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is what you took today? Another one?
Yeah, with all those parallel running ones. I don't know if these. There you go.
Oh wow!
So I was explaining to my mom how these parallel ones are going to mesh together and spread out and just cause this blanket effect over us, and that's exactly what happened 4 hours later.
Oh shit! I was trying to pause that. Yeah, that's crazy. And like some people, I've gotten this in my comments really like they're like, oh, you're just those are just power lines, and you're just seeing them at a wrong. Like, no, obviously that's not a fucking power line, dumb
That's
shit.
a fucking
And
jet wagon.
yeah, right. And obviously, like this isn't a contrail being left from an airplane that is just water vapor. These have probably been in the sky for what, half hour, 30 minutes or so. I mean, like the thinner ones, you have this one expanding here, probably over a 45-minute expansion, and then give it 2 or 3 hours, and your entire sky is just gray, people.
Yep, gray state.
Yeah, literally. whether it's gray aliens or fucking wearing gray for singularity, so there's no gender confusion, or whether your entire sky is just blacked out by artificial clouds and making it just a gray state.
Yep.
Like Massachusetts, like we don't get the sun anymore. It's not a thing. It's
Yeah, it's
just
mucked
not
up.
a thing. Where'd that go? All right. I don't want to turn all that off. But yeah, it's absolutely.
It disgusts me when I go outside and see that. I'm like, gosh, I mean, if I had a fucking surface to air missile, I'd be blowing them fuckers out of the sky.
That's why they don't let us have technologies like that, Jen.
I'd be like, crazy chemtrailers, conspiracy theorists.
I know. Let me go get my tinfoil hat ready.
That's bird farts going across the sky. Bird trip.
Oh man, I'm just reading through the comments real quick. Someone said in 2008 the tsunami, they said, knocked the globe off its axis. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing that. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely crazy. Just so much lies throughout the mainstream science. It's just so crazy that people even still believe them.
Imagine the Great Flood on a ball hurtling through space. This big water ball hurtling through space.
Right. That wouldn't even make sense. Me and my brother were talking today. He's like, dude, if the Earth was a globe, the land masses would just be on the top of the globe and all the water would just flow to the bottom. I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, how stupid is this, dude? I'm like, people in Australia and New Zealand are literally standing upside down.
Yeah.
And that's another Mandela effect. If people don't know that, what's the land down under?
It's not under anymore.
So it's Australia, apparently, right? But apparently now in this reality, New Zealand is more south than Australia. So technically, the land down under is not Australia anymore.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely. I just don't know how people just miss all of these little things that they put out. Just like in the Super Bowl commercial they had. What's up?
It's not just that it's more south. It's not even like it was near the bottom like of where Australia. It was to the northeast of Australia. Now it's to the southeast.
Yeah, dude, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like there's so many geography changes that people just don't see.
It actually looks like it's Australia that moved up rather than New Zealand that moved down. If you look at how everything else has shifted.
That's probably what happened. Yeah. It's that it moved up. So now it looks like New Zealand's down, but
because now Australia is closer to Japan than it used to be. So I think Australia moved up.
Tasmania,
okay,
off the coast of Australia, Tasmania used to be a lot closer, and it's getting further away from it. Like there's this really huge gap now between Tasmania and Australia. It used to be really close to it. So that's weird. I noticed that.
Yeah, and the easiest change I like to point out to people is Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Italy is completely just turned.
Now.
There's so many restaurants in my neighborhood and in the surrounding area that are Italian restaurants, because there's a lot of Italians in this part of Massachusetts, and a lot of them have fucking Italy on their logo or on their side of the building, on their menus and stuff, and it's all the Italy we remember. But then you go and look at the map and it's completely sideways. And there's one place actually that has taken the Italy geography update, I guess you could say. This is a pizza place we used to get pizza from all the time. We got one the other day. If we look at the box, we got a sideways Italy now all of a sudden. I was like, damn. And they don't even know it. And the place we get it from, they don't even speak English.
Yeah, so it moved what off to the right more, and right there is the Aegean Sea. So the Aegean has now gotten smaller because the boot's over more now.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's just so crazy. And like you said, Brian, South America, 1,500 miles to the east. That should alarm everyone. It's absolutely ridiculous that the Panama Canal is now north and south. Like, what the fuck?
It's not even close to even looking east to west at all.
No, it's not even northwest to southwest. It's literally or southeast. It's
all mucked up.
It's crazy.
And what else is crazy is the I don't give a fuck attitude that people have when you tell them anything about any of these things.
Oh my God.
It's not even that they, they're not interested. They just don't care. It's like, so what if it is true? So, well, what are you going to do about it? And all this stuff like that. It's just like, really, you can't understand, and see. It's like when you say people hear things, but they're not listening. You can hear something, but if you're not listening, you don't fully grasp what it is that you're hearing. And I think people they don't care. They don't give a fuck, and they don't care if they don't know. It's okay.
Yeah, dude. Well, it was on the anniversary of JFK, which is 33, by the way. Kennedy is 33. Dallas, Texas is 33. Just want to point that out there. On his whatever, I decided to ask a couple of regulars at my job. They're like 70, 75. I was like, how many so what do you guys recall about the JFK incident? I was like, would it be, kind of out of control to say that there was 4 people in the car? And they're like, no, it's all good. 4 people? Yeah, we remember that, no problem. So I brought up a picture. I was like, well, what if I told you there's actually 6? And I showed them the picture. 2 of them kind of looked at me like, okay, this is weird. One of them literally looked at me, goes, it doesn't matter. There's only 4 people that mattered in the car. So the fact that there's 6 now doesn't even affect me. I'm like, what? I'm like, why would you even say that? First of all, second of all, you're like 75 years old, and like you just right out of nowhere, you just pull this out of your ass. Like you just take the update out of nowhere. It's just strange. It's crazy. I don't know.
It's very strange because I look at these people like, huh? Like, what is wrong with you? Like you can't see the significance of what's going on here. You're just like, oh, I don't care. I mean, that I would never be that way. I was never that way about anything. And I can't comprehend that reaction. It stumps me every time. I'm like, gosh, let me get my taser out and wake your ass up so you can see what's going the fuck on.
Hell yeah. People just don't care if it's not like
maybe that's the
Fox
problem. They need
News
to get
related. No, they need to get a lot more than that.
Okay, I'm awake now. I see it.
I don't know. Some people, they just don't get it. I just don't quite understand how people can just go through life denying stuff that's changing in their possession. It's not like the Mandela burglar, like Brian says, like broke into your house and started changing stuff.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like your Bible has changed. Your maps have changed. Even atlases from the 50s have changed. They've all changed. You can look at encyclopedias from 1900 and, Italy's going to be on its side now all of a sudden. There's a lot of people that just seem to think that it's, I don't know, man. I really don't know. There's a lot of people that just can't understand the fact that everything they've come to understand just isn't what it is anymore. And for someone like me, it's a lot easier to let all that go. I don't know why it is, but some people just hold on to everything they've known, and they just hold on to it. I don't know if it's out of pride. I don't know if it's out of just pure ignorance, and they just hold on to it and they won't let it go. And if you challenge their beliefs, you're the a-hole. You're the it's just ridiculous. And the same thing goes for chemtrails, flat earth, any of this stuff. And if you claim to be a truther, okay, if you claim to be a truther, you know the earth is flat, chemtrails are happening, geoengineering is real, this, that, and the other thing. And then you get presented with the Mandela effect proofs and speculation, and you just say it's a psyop, you say it's misremembrance, or you're going to say it's some part of a time machine that connects simulation theory with alternate realities. You're just completely out of your mind, I think. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. Like Laurel Chamberlain just said, the tares. You got to separate the weed from the tares, but you got to let the tares grow just as long as the weeds, and then you separate them. So I think we're at the part of the game, guys, where we're really going to have to start separating the weed from the tares, we're the weeds, apparently, from what I can tell. And the tares are the people who are just going to ridicule us, mock us, try to discredit and disprove us with no actual factual evidence besides claiming that we're misremembering. Like, that's the biggest crap of shit I've ever, read in my life.
Yeah. I did a video about Louisiana a while ago and how it's changed. And I was looking at it again recently, and I'm noticing it's starting to change again. And I'm trying to send you a picture of Louisiana and where I'm seeing it change again. And it's changing on the spot that already had changed once. So it's not like another part of the state's changing or anything. Edit. Let me fix this picture real quick. I'll crop it out for you. And then, but yeah, I'm going back and looking at some of the older Mandela effects and noticing the change that they're changing again. It seems like in some way it's creeping me out. So I'm gonna have to do a whole nother video on that. Screen
Oh,
share.
yeah.
There we go. Let me just crop this thing. So Louisiana has this protrusion sticking out of it now that looks like it's giving Florida the middle finger. That's the way I look at it. It's what it looks like to me. And I'm going to send it to you now. Get it to save. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's
Holy
okay. Brian
mackerel.
does it all the time. It's all good. It wouldn't be a live stream if somebody didn't burp or fart or something.
Holy mackerel.
All kinds of crazy shit happening. All right, Steve. Let me get here.
All right.
Issues. All right, I just sent it to you.
Here we go. Oh, wow. That is a little different. Oh, I'm not even screen sharing. That's my issue. Facebook. There we go. Is that Sharon?
Yeah. Can you zoom on that at all?
I can.
Okay. I know it gets a little grainy there, but so where this protrusion's sticking out, giving Florida the finger there, if you look to the bottom part of it, but going off to the left, you'll see a little blue line coming out. You see that little blue line off the tip there, but it's kind of pointing southwest a little? Yeah, that right there. Okay, that is starting to be more pronounced now in a lot of the images for Louisiana. And some of them, it's getting bigger even. And that was not there before when I was doing the whole video. And I just noticed it recently. And I was like, okay, well, where's this thing going now? It's just snaking out right onto the Gulf here, this whole landmass. And doesn't that look bizarre?
Yeah, I'm just comparing it with Google Maps right now, and it seems to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, if
Maybe
you go back to all the inceptions of the maps for Louisiana, you will see it now how it is with that protrusion sticking out into the water. And that was never there before.
yeah, I remember there being a little something there, but not that bottom little slough there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's really far out. I mean, nothing stuck out that far before. If something stuck out, it wasn't pronounced the way it is now. And I noticed it right off the bat. I guess it was last year. I was just like looking at the radar and I'm like, what the fuck is that? What's wrong with Louisiana? And my husband's like, what's going on? I said, look. He's like, yeah, that's not right. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? And I couldn't stop looking at it. It was bugging me. It was like, oh my God, I got to do a video about this.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Even here at home in the United States, we're fucking. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah,
I just love.
I mean, it's not huge, but it's definitely something that I noticed for sure. It was just like, it got me right away. It was just like smacked me in the face when I saw it. And I was just like, there's no way I would have never have noticed that before. And why all of a sudden am I reacting to it this way now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I mean,
Here, let
it
me
hit
do
me
an.
like a ton of bricks when I saw it. I was just like, there's no, it was never like that. Why is it like that? Make that thing go away. What is
I
wrong?
feel that.
Why is Louisiana giving Florida the finger now?
And right, that is what the hell is this, Sharon? You guys see that there?
Yeah.
What's up? Oh shit! What I just do? Is that still sharing?
Yeah, it's still sharing.
What's up with the Bahamas being right next to Miami, Florida all of a sudden?
Yeah, that shit's really close.
Well, I didn't even notice that, dude. I thought the Bahamas were like over here. What is that?
It's looked like Cuba is gonna like touch Mexico soon.
That's what I was just saying, dude. And I
They're
feel
gonna
like
have like a land bridge there.
right, and I feel like Jamaica is rather small, or maybe Cuba is just really big. But the Bahamas is kind of bothering me here Because I really do remember that like the closest landmass like from the United States would be Cuba, but now you have the Bahamas, which are significantly closer if you just by looking at this.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange if you
And
ask
Florida
me.
is decreasing in size exponentially. I mean, look at it there now. I mean, that whole one side of the coast looks like it's just gouged out once you get above Tampa. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's strange.
Yeah, it's
And
bizarre
like,
looking.
and yeah, just so other people can see what we're talking about. I don't remember, guys, South America being, south of the Greenland or some fucking shit. I remember it being like over here, south of America.
Yeah.
And now it's about 1,500 miles to the west, and it's moved so bad that there's your Panama Canal right up in here, north and south.
That
But
whole curve over landmass used to be up top and over more on the top. When you bring South America back over, that loopy thing there, you wouldn't need that because it would just connect right over to the south. It's all muffed up and overcompensated and stuff. It's just twisted.
Let's look at Italy real quick. That's what Italy is now, guys.
And fucking look at Sicily. Sicily and Italy are touching. They're touching. Now you could definitely stand on the tip of Italy and hit a golf ball over there for sure. I mean, there's like barely any gap there at all.
Right. And I don't know how you guys feel about the middle of Europe here, but I think a couple things have changed here because now Germany has its own like northern coastline, I guess you can call it, which really wouldn't make sense if for them to invade Poland by sea if Poland's their next door neighbor back in the day.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like that's all a little bit odd to me. Maybe it's just me. And then another one for me is the size of Mongolia. Does anyone see that? Mongolia is literally it doubled in size since I've last noticed, making China look rather small.
Yeah, China used to take up that whole area. I remember China was
Right. And Mongolia was like some little bullshit over here. And now it's just like giant and crazy. It's so just bizarre. And people's just you're just misremembering. Like, oh, okay.
If you go back over to where Spain and France is, Spain and France, zoom in there. Okay, see how you got Portugal, Spain, and then it got this huge cutout, and then there's France. Like the water comes in real far. I don't remember that, and I remember when it was like 2-3 years ago when I saw that change. It looks like something took a bite out of it right there. Yeah, there was more land up in there. And now it's just like seems like it's getting smaller and smaller, like pinching inward. You know what I mean?
No, I agree, man.
Portugal looks like it got a little bigger to me. Spain looks like it's gotten a little smaller because of this huge gouge out from. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, Staley just said Germany was definitely landlocked. Yep. What the fuck is that? SVLA. What the fuck is that, Brian? Let me go spell that real quick. Let me see if we could find that somewhere.
Slavosbard.
Yeah.
Slavosbard is a new country or something. It's an
I
old
know.
country apparently.
How do you spell that again? You want to spell it out for me real quick?
SVLAS.
SV. Hold on. SV. What?
LAS.
Shit. Okay.
BARD.
See what we got. Slavosbard. Okay. Let me get a map on
Flag
this.
and everything.
Where the fuck is this? Oh. Never seen that in my life.
Yeah, right?
Never seen that in my life. I'm expecting to see something like Finland. Finland's right here.
Okay. Yeah, there shouldn't have been much up there after Finland and stuff.
I really didn't know that Norway and Sweden and all that shit was like below the United Kingdom. I don't know. I thought they were kind of switched. So what does that mean? Like wait, what? I'm so like just like baffled over here right now.
It's like a whole different world map or it's like some other place.
Right. Wait. What? I'm so confused right now. Switzerland is like way in here. What the I don't know.
Switzerland is above Italy, but it wasn't that far back. It was the Appalachian Mountains or something that separated Switzerland from Italy. And now look how far over it is.
No, not the Appalachian Mountains, the Alps.
The Alps. Yeah, I had the A right. You're right, the Alps, the Swiss Alps.
That's just, I don't know, it's a little bizarre for me. That's crazy. I don't know. I did a lot of CERN research back in the day, and I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just so crazy. I've never heard of it before, man. Yeah, that's Slovakia, whatever the fuck it's called, dude.
Lava Spa or Bard or something. I don't even know.
Some weird ass shit. Some weird stuff, but I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Do you want to stay on and say what's up to the chat, or you want me to put a song on?
I actually got to go get some dinner started and stuff, so I'm gonna jump off. I was just
okay.
I could jump on for a little while and put some stuff into the show.
Yeah, cool, no problem. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Okay, but I'll be listening, Steve.
All right, cool. I'm gonna get just a song queued up. But yeah, thanks for coming.
All right.
Definitely, guys, like, share, and subscribe to the Truth Seeker 69. She just hit 11K, so let's get 12K.
Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow on your live stream at 12:30 Eastern, right?
I believe so. Yeah, it could change a couple, maybe an hour, a half hour left or right of that, but it'll be somewhere in there. But I'll definitely let you know before the night's over, or definitely first thing tomorrow morning. So.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys. I love you. Bye.
All right, thank you. All right, so that was Jen, the Truth Seeker 69. And I'm gonna just get another song queued up. We'll get just another little break in, and then we'll come back with some closing, just some closing stuff that we could talk about. And maybe if you guys have any questions in the chat, put them all in bold, and we'll answer them. To the best of my ability, because it's not like. Oh, was I not even talking there? What even happened? Secretly just unplugged the whatever it's called. But here, let me stop the cam because I don't like looking at my ugly ass self. Here we go. Destiny's Lab. Don't hesitate. This is a rather good song. Make sure I got audio. No audio. So there's Steve just striking out. Per usual. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There we go. Share some audio. And it looks like we're sharing, right? Are we sharing? Steve is sharing. Steve will be right back. And I will stop talking in the third person right after this.
How about you? You building on a solid foundation. Solid ground. You understand the belief foundation that you live for. I'm blowing in the wind like a leaf in the dust storm. Do you build on the sands of the seashore? A life that will crumble when the end comes knocking at your door. Break what you built in 1 second. Tearing down brick barricades with the wick upon of justice. Crush what you trusted. Like that you boxed in a cabin of sin with no land to the better direction. Fatal deception, a life full of guessing. Believing in nothing but they made assumptions. Breaths of abundance. Human destruction like the split of an atom. Reckless abandon that you cannot fathom. Imagine the heat from the breath of a dragon. Examine his teeth while they sharpen and jagged. You ask for forgiveness now if you can have it. Don't hesitate, don't deny. It'll be too late if you wait to decide. It can all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die? Don't hesitate, don't deny. It'll be too late if you wait to decide. It can all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die? Instruction is just commandments were spoken. The lid from the Pandora's box has been opened. The seal has been broken. The rope has been cut. The race is now ended. The timer is up. The scroll is unfolded. There is no more doubt. The sound of the galloping horseman is loud. Clear to the ears that have eyes that I'll see. Revealing exactly what prophets were dreaming and writing about on that scrolls of papyrus. The words from the author of life that provides us forgiveness and mercy that we don't deserve. The price that he paid is a grace beyond words. Erase what occurred. Washed in to decide. It could all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die? Don't hesitate, don't deny. It'll be too late if you wait to decide. It can all end in the blink of an eye. Do you really know where you'll go when you die?
All right, and we are back, guys. What is going on? We've been going for a little while. Wow, it was a quick 3 hours, huh? Good stuff. Good stuff. Good to see you guys all in the chat still. So, oh man. So we saw a couple good faces here in the chat today. Good to see you guys. Good to see everyone who joined. Much respect and much thanks to Brian Stavely and Jen, the True Seeker 69, who joined this for a little bit. And like I said, tomorrow I will live on this channel with Destiny Lab. He will be on, so definitely go check that out, guys. It should be on my page. Should be just you click on my page and it should just be up right there. Give it a thumb, give it a bell, do whatever you got to do. If you go on his Facebook page, he already got it linked up in his story, so you can just get it easily from there. And like I said, should be somewhere in the 12 o'clock, 12:30, maybe even 1 p.m. range for Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I know he's out in the West Coast somewhere, I believe Oregon. So they're a couple hours behind us, as we know. So we'll just have to play it by ear. But either way, he'll be on. I don't know how much time he has put aside, but it'll be a good chat. Probably around 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, give or take. Yeah, I think it's already up on. Yeah, it's up on my YouTube channel. You know, I'll just throw a link in the chat real quick. So let me go retrieve that real quick, guys. Let me get to my channel. Oh man, the coffee is starting to wear off. Well, actually, it's the fourth one in. So let me copy the link address and paste. That should be the SOB right there. There we go. So, Steve J and Mo, Destiny Lab tomorrow. That's what I'm talking about. Sal Moxis, we're 19 hours ahead of you guys. Well, that's how you stay ahead of the game. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let me get some of these tabs cleared out. I got 4 left. I could deal with that. I can absolutely deal with that. So, what did we talk about? What haven't we talked about? Let me just get a straight screen share going. So yeah, we talked about the ancient Nordic symbols. You got the Nazi occult symbol, the swastika right there. Thunder Cross. Can we get there? There it is. Thunder Cross right there. Odin's horn. 666. Or your Google Chrome sign. Or the logo to CERN. It's all right there, people. And these are nothing more than demonic sigils in reality. In reality, these are all nothing more than demonic sigils. The triceps, you get your Mitsubishi symbol. Absolutely crazy. This one right here, this looks like your Maserati or your Mira symbol if you play golf. Like $4,000 per club. Literally that same exact symbol. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely blatant in your face, and we'll never get it. They don't think we'll get it. Yep, giants in Peru. Look at all that. The elongated skull, the reptilian like jaw structure. Yeah, people. Nephilim findings. Just do your own research, people, and you'll see that They've found some big bones before. Don't know how legitimate these are, but good God, that's a head, and that is a detached jaw, serpent-like in nature. Anunnaki, Gilgamesh, giant, little man, little people, regular-sized people, giant. All right there for the eyes to see and the ears to hear. And the crazy part is that I think it's all inspired from the original sin, men striving to be like gods. And then the fallen angels came down and gave us knowledge of the gods. What we thought was knowledge, what in reality was deception, sorcery, witchcraft, pharmakia, all that stuff. All prophesied in the book of Enoch. 33% of the angels fell onto Mount Hermon, which is 33 degrees north of the equator and 33 degrees east of the old standard prime meridian, not the new one that goes through London, England, but the older one that goes through Paris, France. 33 degrees to the east of that and 33 degrees north of that will be Mount Hermon. 33. These people worship 33. The highest degree of Freemasonry is 33. On the 33-degree parallel, you have Roswell, New Mexico, Anaheim, California, Dallas, Texas, the pyramids of Giza. All of these things, these are all gateways. These are all ley lines of some sort. Dallas, Texas adds up to 33 in numerology. Kennedy, who was assassinated in Dallas, Texas? President Kennedy. Kennedy is 33 in numerology. And who took him out? Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Oswald is 33 in numerology. There's so many things that add up to 33. Albert Pike, the founder of the KKK, a high 33-degree Freemason. His name breaks down to 33. Bill Gates. Bill fucking Gates, the guy who is promoting AI, the guy who is promoting geoengineering to save the planet, the guy who says we need to get the Earth's population down by 10 or 20% via vaccinations. His name adds up to 33. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. 125% ridiculous. But I think we're going to wind this down. Just going to start scrolling through the chat and giving people some shout outs. So with all that being said, God bless all you guys for coming. Thanks for showing up, hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe, not just to me, but to all you guys in the chat, to each other. Keep this community going. So we got Chrissy Chakul. Thank you for coming. Laurel Chamberlain. Sal Moxis. Blue Wingade. Am Aware. Danny Pepper. Perception of Reality. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Brian Stavely. Always much respect, buddy. By the way, Kurt Angle is the man. Ghana Ball. What's up, buddy? What's up? Who else do we got in the chat? I saw a bunch of other names. Brandon C. What is going on? Michelangelo. Derek Underdome. Exactly. We are under the dome. Who else is in the chat here? Well, Jen True Seeker 69. Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on. Perception of Reality. Pat Riot. What is up? Thanks for coming. Ann Gainer. Thank you. Bernard the Blank. Thank you for coming. Much love, much respect to all you guys in the chat. Yep. All you guys. Much love, much respect. Thanks for coming, guys. I'm going to get on out of here. Like I said, God bless all you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. And look forward for tomorrow. Like I said, around 12:30 or so, Destiny Lab will be live on my channel. We're just going to have a good little chat and see where it goes. So I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you guys for coming, and I'm out.